In Major League Baseball today, it was a win for Texas at home against Seattle 7-3. Those two fighting for first in the AL West. Rangers in the lead. In fact, on Tuesday, the first-place Rangers will play at the first-place team from the East, Tampa Bay. The Yankees outfielder Cody Bellinger is not only injured, he's out 4 to 6 weeks, according to the team, with a grade 2 strained hamstring. Yankees start up at the White Sox in about a half an hour. White Sox are first in the AL Central, 2.5-game lead over Cleveland. The Twins are 3.5 back. Max Scherzer's on the mound for the Blue Jays tonight, returning from the IL on his 42nd birthday. The game's scoreless, bottom of the first at the Nationals. The Marlins are tied with Zach Wheeler and the Phillies, 2-2 in the top of the second inning. As for the other baseball news, A's all-star catcher Shea Langoliers will have knee surgery Tuesday. He is likely out for the year. I'm Steve DeSager.
Elijah, put the camera on me.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Password.
Ack, a dack, a ack.
Enter, brother.
I'm saying that brother was that was a different time for him to be saying brother.
They said brother back then. It just had a different meaning.
Was they talking brothers though, or just?
No, it was not a brother with a U in it.
Okay,
it was with
I
an
got
O.
you. Okay,
You
well,
see
yeah.
the difference,
All
brother.
right, it was just a little New York accent. He ain't mean brother.
Hey, with that password, you now have full access to this very fine radio program for the next 3 hours.
Not 2, not 3,
Okay.
not 4, not 5,
Thank you, LeBron.
not 6,
Appreciate it.
not 7.
I know you're busy packing
Say
the move.
that, I really
That's how many boxes you
Packing
talking
move
about?
to
How
New
many
York.
trucks is it gonna take? Not 5, not 6.
But he's moving to New York. I'm sure the people
Oh,
in
yeah.
Philadelphia like that, right? He's
I
gonna live
love
in New York.
Philadelphia. I
Yeah,
want to
okay.
be here. Where you living?
In New
Oh yeah,
York.
Madison Ave.
No matter how you listen in, Fox Sports Radio, FoxSportsRadio.com, the iHeartRadio app, and SiriusXM Channel 83.
Wow.
And now,
Where we at? We on the tube?
live
We'll do it live.
on YouTube.
Do it live.
All right.
I'll write it and we'll do it live.
All right.
Do it.
Thank you, Bill. Appreciate that. Say my name.
Rob Parker.
Say his name.
Kelvin Washington.
And we are indeed the Odd Couple on this Magic City Monday.
Don't look at me.
The countdown
Don't look
continues.
at me. I can't even get a haircut without people talking about you.
And you will need our phone number because we are, without question, the most listener-friendly national sports talk radio show on the planet.
Somebody, Maller.
At least when people are still awake. Sorry about that, Ben.
Only time it
help you.
counts.
All right, write it down, commit it to memory, 877-99 on Fox. For you laymen out there, 877-996-6369.
It's not trigonometry.
And if you hear feedback on the line, when you do call and it's your own fault, it means only one thing.
You forgot to turn down the radio.
And when you call in here and have a problem with what we say, tough, because
Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. Do you have a problem? Turn off your station.
that's right. With that said, always remember.
The Odd Couple was filmed in front of a live audience.
We back in the studio together. You ready to do our thing? Yeah.
Let's go. Big show. You're welcoming my co-host. He is
Kelvin Washington.
And man, did our show take over the weekend, huh?
Out here in them streets. I knew it. I told you in real time when I heard you with your little goat. I said, I knew it. Matter of fact, let me show you. Because I know you love it. You don't do this for no reason. Where is it from here? Your boy is crazy. Sends me the and
there
I said,
is.
yeah, I said he is, but I can't lie. This one was funny. He said totally. Shout out to my guy Mike Pearson. Oh,
Nice.
you know Mike, Rob G, your man's. Yeah. My old producer about the old place, he was just like, your boy is crazy.
It touched the nerve.
Yeah.
It touched the nerve.
I think this one actually, for usually you do some stuff, tick people off or that. This one, most people are like, yo, you crazy. This one's funny.
No,
for the most part, yeah.
So there it is. If you didn't check it out.
You got to relax.
What?
It's 175 degrees.
No.
This one's extreme. It's a dope jacket, but come on, man.
It's okay. It's good. It's for the show. Like you wear.
No, but you're going to be sweating in here today.
No.
You know I'm normally with you.
You wear a sport coat on TV, right?
I do.
It's okay. It's in the summer, don't you?
In a cold studio. You know those studios are freezing.
This studio is a little chilly.
All right, whatever.
All right. I'm okay.
Just fly, though.
I wanted to show it off.
You did. I know you. You know I know, and I know
I'm
what
always
I be
trying to do that. What we can. All
what
right.
you got on? Let me see. I can't even see what the other side say.
Nothing. Oh,
inside the park.
Inside the park. This is inside the park.
That's
nice. All right. Let's welcome in the Odd Couple crew because we wouldn't be able to do this fine radio program without them. Rob G is our producer.
But Mexican.
Alex is our engineer.
Pay no attention
to that man behind the curtain.
One more time, Alex.
Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain.
Steve DeSager's at the anchor desk.
Hey, Steve.
He'll keep us updated throughout the program. And, of course,
Never heard of him.
Hey.
Who?
Elijah.
Who?
Elijah is our social media guru.
29 or 250.
29 or 250.
29 or 250.
You should have got two of those jackets for 50.
Is that for Elijah now? 29 or 2 for 50?
No, that's going to be the standard for Men's night.
29 or 250.
Hey, how many? Hey, excuse me, Miss Waitress. How much are the drinks?
29 or 250.
Hey, yo, my man, doorman. Yo, we trying to get in. Two of us. How much is it?
29 or 250.
Hey, baby girl, I was just wondering. Me and my man, we wanted a couple of dances. How much is it?
29 or 250.
Alex,
I hope her voice is like that, too.
Hey, yo, I heard the wings is crazy. We want 2 10-pieces. How much?
29 or 250.
All right, there you go. We're not. That one ain't going nowhere either, I guess.
Elijah, right. I need that clip.
Unbelievable. All right. Be sure to check us out on YouTube. That's right, where you can see this jacket. Thank you, and all that. Odd Couple FSR on YouTube. That's all you need to do to search. Hit that subscribe button. Again, go check out our YouTube channel and watch us live. Just search Odd Couple FSR and subscribe. All right, Rob G, let's get to it. Steph Curry, and now that LeBron has done his thing, there are the minions out there who are now belly aching about Steph still being in Golden State.
That's right. There has been a couple of reports coming out from very reputable reporters that have people's panties in a bunch about what's going on with Steph and
in the
Curry.
front and back. I just want you to know.
State. Yes, sir. It got started on Friday when longtime Bay Area reporter Tim Kawakami said on the radio
I've known Tim for 40 years.
Yeah, he's been up there for
He don't
a long
return no
time.
texts, but we like him. He's
What?
cool.
He won't hit us back?
Never.
Make it happen, Rob.
Yeah,
Dude,
you know people.
I know Kawakami. What?
Yeah.
Tim, what are you doing to us?
It better not be because it's you.
No.
It probably is.
Hey, I'm the producer of the Icon, Rob Parker.
all right.
It happens more than you think.
Hey, Rob G, don't pull the curtain back.
Don't pull the curtain back.
What you doing? Pay no attention to that producer behind the curtain.
So he was talking about what's going on with Steph Curry and his future. Because, of course, they missed out on LeBron James. They missed out on Giannis. They missed out on Jaylen Brown. They missed out on every major star that they were allegedly involved with. They couldn't land. And Kawakami said that he spoke to Joe Lacob and that Joe Lacob wants to build the next team after Steph Curry, that he has a keen interest in. I'm going to show, this organization is going to show what it can do with Steph Curry and then after Steph Curry. So that alone got people's ears perked up. And then over the weekend, Marcus Thompson, friend of the show, he's been on a couple of times, said that he already knew, and Steph Curry kind of already knew, before LeBron James made the decision that he wasn't coming to Golden State. And that, according to Thompson, Steph Curry is, quote, probably a little tired of the star chasing. So, guys, now that the Warriors keep missing out on players, whether it's because they can't make the deal or, as Kawakami suggested, maybe they just won't make the deal. They don't want to put all their eggs in one basket for a 2-year run with Steph. What does it mean for his future in the Bay Area?
I got news for Steph Curry. Are you ready,
Wait,
Kelvin?
what is it?
Is this on?
It's on.
Steph Curry, do not buy into this hoopla and all this talk. We want you to be the anti-LeBron. Don't go running around chasing it. I don't want to see you in a Washington Wizards jersey, just like I didn't want to see more Michael Jordan in one. Do it your way. Steph Curry, I want you to be Derek Jeter. not LeBron James. Derek Jeter didn't, at the end of his career, want to keep playing and go somewhere else to keep playing and all this kind of stuff. No. He only wore the Yankee pinstripes. You're a Golden State Warrior. Start, finish, win, lose. You don't need to chase anything. Think about this. LeBron has been on 1 million teams. He's got 4 championships. Steph Curry's been on 1 team. He's got 4 championships. The only thing LeBron has more than Steph Curry is frequent flyer miles. Nothing else. Steph, be the anti-LeBron. During the quote-unquote LeBron era, you matched him in championships, and you didn't lose as many times as he did. You don't need to go anywhere. Finish your career with grace and style, and let the people of Golden State love on you and tell you thank you for an unbelievable career. You don't need to win every single year to justify what you've done. Anybody telling you that, oh, you can't want to waste Steph Curry. You can't waste Steph Curry's career at this point. He's already 4 championships. I think you would take that. I think most people would take that. Come on, man. Don't do it. Don't follow suit. Don't be LeBron James. Be your own dog and continue to stay there with the people of San Francisco, Oakland, the Bay Area. And remember, that's where you came from, and that's where you should finish.
Steph doesn't have to. You're right. Steph Curry doesn't have to. He's playing with house money at this point. Steph Curry was not highly recruited coming out of high school, thought he was too small, too frail, goes to Davidson, eventually starts to ball out, and then we all, oh, wow, we see him in the tournament. We say, man, this young kid's all right. The expectation was probably, an all-star once, twice, but nothing more than that. And he ends up being the first ever unanimous MVP, 2-time MVP, as you mentioned, 4-time champion. Steph Curry's playing with house money. He's a made man at this point. Now, the onus to me becomes on Joe Lacob of, are you going to have Steph go out like Kobe Bryant with the Lakers, or are you going to have him go out with Tim Duncan and the Spurs?
Didn't hurt Kobe Bryant.
No, his career. Oh, no. Both of them are amazing, Tim Duncan and Kobe. Well, what I mean is the Lakers just couldn't find the rhythm. They paid him all the money. They couldn't get anybody around him, so it looked bad. He was injured a lot, so it just went out bad. It's just it is what it is. Whereas Tim Duncan, when he started to decline a little bit, got back in shape, got better, but they had a couple of young pieces around him. They had Kawhi Leonard. Obviously, they still had a little bit of Tony Parker. So it'll be interesting to see if Joe Lacob can have another, renaissance to Steph Curry's career by getting the right pieces around him. But Steph doesn't have to leave. You mentioned it. I think he's done so much for the game of basketball, became such an icon in the sport, pop culture-wise. He's in every daggone rap song. He's won a bunch of championships. He doesn't have to leave, and I don't think he wants to leave. I think he views himself the way he is running his organization and being the face of it. He's like, yo, I'll be the face. Oh, wait, Kevin Durant wants to come? Sure, you can be the best player, whatever people want to call it. Don't matter. I'm just trying to win. Okay, he's gone? Cool, we'll win one with me and the crew. LeBron, you want to come? They asked him, hey, what do you think about LeBron? He's like, hey, I'm open for it. Let's go. He's been so selfless as a leader and as a face of this league that I think he's just done things basically all the right ways. So he's built himself up. His legacy is cemented at this point. Wherever you love him, wherever you have him, he's already a made man. It doesn't help him to go all of a sudden go be part of the randomly, go be the only place I will concede. If his last year he says, I want to go be a Hornet to where I'm from and where my dad played, I could see that.
No, I don't want that.
That's the only place I can concede. But I don't think he wants to leave. I think he's fully invested in the area, in the tech world, in that space in the Bay Area, with the team, with the front office, with the head coach Steve Kerr, with his partner in crime in Draymond. I think he's just locked in too much to actually ask for a trade. I think he wants a better team. I think he wants to compete. I think that's that nature in him, the innate nature in him to compete and want to win. But I don't think he wants to go anywhere. Last point, I think he doesn't want, as you mentioned, what LeBron had. I don't think he wants to hear. Steph only got his 5th because he joined the fill in the blank. He went to the Timberwolves. He went to the Spurs. He went to the Thunder. I don't think he wants to hear that. I think he does take pride in that. Those guys came to me. KD came to me. LeBron almost came to me. I think he takes pride in that as well.
All right. I think it's a no-brainer. 877-99 on Fox. Maybe you think differently. Maybe you believe that the Warriors owe Steph a chance at winning every year that he plays because he's that kind of talent. Do you want him hopping around teams trying to find a place? Or do you like that he's going to wear only one uniform? Ain't too many players who do that, and I think it's pretty special when they do. 877-99 on Fox. 877-996-6369. We want to hear from you. Steph Curry, should he be the anti-LeBron and just stay home, continue to play there in Golden State, or should he be looking for somewhere else to land? We want to hear from you. Remember, this is The Odd Couple. We're a radio show, for Christ's sake.
Dang, why Jesus got to get into
Sorry about that. I'm just worked up.
He's in there minding his own business.
Draymond. That's right. Not just a podcast. We want to hear from you. We value your opinion. 877-99 on Fox. And for you laymen out there, 877-996-6369.
It's not trigonometry.
It is The Odd Couple on a Magic City Monday. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, and you know what you need to do. Stick and stay.
Especially if you're trying to figure out how much it costs if you want to do 2 in the US of A.
29 or 2 of it.
According to Rich Paul, LeBron James made this decision at 1 a.m. in the overnight hours, and it was announced right around, 8:30 a.m. here on the West Coast, 11:30 a.m. Eastern, that he is taking his talents to Philadelphia. LeBron James signing a 2-year veteran minimum contract, put out a statement on social media that reads in part, quote, "This is my last decision. I'm not going for money. I'm not going for family. What am I really playing for at this point? I still want to sacrifice. I still want to work. I still want to grind. I still want to compete to win and have a chance at the feeling of winning another NBA championship." And he believes best place to do that is in Philadelphia.
And, okay, I'm going to come clean for the first time in my 40-year career in the media. How's
What's that? Well, all right. We waiting on this. I don't trust you, but okay.
I'm just going to be honest. I'm going to say that for a long time I've been resisting it, but I think I have to finally, with this decision by LeBron James, I am going to officially declare him as the GOAT.
Mm-hmm.
Goes on another team, not the greatest of all time. He is the GOAT. Goes on another team. Here is LeBron James at the end of his career, turning into a journeyman who will go anywhere and will work for food, will work for my God. That's where LeBron James is now, where can't stay in L.A. and take a pay cut, right, to stick along with the team, but I'll go anywhere and I'll take a big-time haircut, veterans minimum, to be a third or fourth option where all the other guys who are there, Jaylen Brown, right? You got Maxey, you got Embiid. Like, there are people there. Like, it's not just a LeBron story, no matter what happens there, obviously. So it's kind of weird to see that this is where LeBron is going to end it. LeBron, is it really a surprise? No. There was a BS story about, it's about the family and this and that. Philadelphia is not about the family.
Not at all. That part, that shocked me a little bit.
That story didn't make any sense, okay? Because he could have stayed here. I'm pretty sure with the Lakers for $4 million. I'm pretty sure that they would say, all right, we'll take you for $4 million, not for $50 million. And then the whole idea is that LeBron is officially, and I guess it's always been the case, just a ring chaser. He's the ultimate ring chaser, and you got to look at it and go, how it's just pathetic. And it's pathetic from this standpoint, Kelvin. I'm serious. Mm-hmm. Even if they win, just say they win. It's not going to be because of LeBron. There's going to be because of other players on that team as well. Sure, they'll say, hey, LeBron, we got a part of this again. But it's just not going to feel the same or change people's minds, because I think people are going to look at it and just say, LeBron was just looking at high and low to try to secure another ring, to try to convince people. Because here's the thing, and this is out of New York. Craig Carton from WFAN in New York, he's reporting on his radio show, Kelvin, that he went to the New York Knicks. And they said thank you, but no thank you. That they turned down LeBron, and Philadelphia's his second choice. Is that wasn't his first choice, is that he wanted to go to the Knicks, which, again, is not surprising because the team just won a championship, right?
That one I'm not, given that, the team they have.
That was his, I guess, goal, is to just latch on and somehow, some way, whatever I got to do to just get another championship. And I don't think he's going to convince anybody or pass Michael Jordan by joining the Knicks or joining the Sixers that have a loaded team even before he got there. People already like what they had done prior to LeBron James getting there. But this is not a surprise to me. This is who LeBron has always been. This is why I said when they erect that statue out in front of the arena in Cleveland, is going to have a basketball and it's going to have a suitcase, because this fits his MO again. But I will admit that LeBron James is the GOAT. And it doesn't stand for greatest of all time. It stands for goes on another team. So this, to me, is fitting.
Can't lie, Alex. 2 years now we've been playing. This is still hard. Odd couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a Magic City Monday. Oh. Our homegirl, Jamel Hill, coming up here in about 5 or 6 minutes. Get to chop it up with her. Looking forward to that.
Speaking of our homegirl, we'll give a shout-out in the second hour to someone who's leaving us at our Fox Sports.
That is true. That is true. We will do that as well. So, oh, dang, get out then. Man. Hey, stream us live wherever you happen to be in the iHeart app. Catch us in all of our Fox Sports Radio shows live 24/7 in the new and improved iHeart app. Just search Fox Sports Radio in the app to stream us live all day, every day. And be sure to select Fox Sports Radio as one of the presets in the iHeart app. So it's always going to pop up right at the top of your screen. All right, Steph Curry, Should he leave? Should he demand a trade at this point in his career, given his all? Or do you want him to stick around and, as Rob said, be a Derek Jeter to the NBA, kind of stick around with one team? You don't see that too often. 877-99 on Fox. Who we got?
All right. How about Emmett in Olympia, Washington? You're on the Odd Couple.
Where you been, Emmett?
Fox Sports Radio. What's up, buddy?
Rob Parker and Kelvin, Washington. How you guys doing today?
Kelvin, Washington. Where you been?
Great.
Been good, man. Just been doing my thing, man. I want to say to Alex, I mean, the sun's out, guns out Mondays. They may not be as much of a thing anymore with Mary leaving, but I digress. I'll get to my point.
I'm sorry, Mary who?
No, don't do that.
Never heard of
her.
Never heard of her.
But the thing with Curry for me is it's so rare to see a player be a one-and-done guy in the NBA now, meaning that they stay with one team. And your former teammate, Kevin Durant, has been one of the number one criticisms of this, obviously alongside LeBron James. So if I had control of what Steph Curry did, or if I was Steph Curry, I am staying in Golden State because to me, my legacy would be greatly affected if I stay in one team in a great way because you don't see that too often. I get that the Warriors have been, over the last year, maybe a disaster, and, people are mad at the Jimmy Butler trade. Say what you want to say about that. But I think at this point, the media is so kind of held up on this whole ring chasing thing that if he were to go somewhere else, people are going to look at him differently because let's be real, there already is some people who look at him a little bit sideways because, well, 2 out of your 4 rings, you had to get a super team with Kevin Durant, and Kevin Durant won 2017 and 2018.
Yep. Yeah,
so
Finals MVPs,
I gotta stay.
Yeah,
I gotta stay if I'm Curry.
Emmett, good point.
Good point, Emmett. Appreciate you, man.
Tremaine in Arkansas. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Tremaine?
What's going on, guys?
What it do?
If I'm Curry, I'm sticking to staying, man. Giannis took a lot of slack.
Stick and stay, Curry.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, because Giannis took a lot of slack some years back in his post-game presser about failures and things like that. People got to realize there's more to the game. Who he's saying who deserves to win. What does that even really mean?
I know. Thank you. Whenever I hear that, I just feel like nobody, other people don't deserve to win either, right?
No, they don't.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
They're not seat fillers for LeBron and Curry. You know what I mean?
Crazy. Mashugana.
All right. Appreciate you, Tremaine. Thank you, brother.
Yep.
Down there in Arkansas.
How about Carl in Mobile, Alabama? You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Carl?
Hey, guys. I hope y'all had a great weekend. Thanks for taking my call. I had first thing I want to ask you guys. I was in my car listening to your interview with Antonio Daniels Friday, and when you asked him about LeBron saying it was about family and happiness and what happened to that, and Antonio responded, "We're not dumb. We're not dumb." I was like, you got to add that to your drops or whatever you guys call
it.
All right, Alex, there you go.
We might need that.
Hey, Carl, that's a good one. You're right.
Sometimes we do got to remind people we're not dumb because every now and again, Carl, they get a little carried away out here in the streets.
Thank you.
It was hilarious. I busted out laughing in my car. But the way he said it was perfect. But I think Steph should stay. But I've called him before and said this. A lot of times some teams are ready for the iconic player to go so they can get their team back. And I don't know if it's up to Steph to just hang around for 4 or 5 or 6 years and play forever. I think that
he ain't the one. I totally agree, but it's not Steph. That fan base, they definitely want Steph.
But I
get the point.
I get the point, too. It was like we talked about with Jeter. He played there 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
He don't need to do 21, 23. Everybody was like, yo, you had a great career.
We got
it. To the Hall of Fame. You won 5 World Series. We're good.
I wouldn't have voted for him.
We're good. You said you wouldn't have? Okay.
Like that one person who was like, I'm voting for Jeter.
I vote for Jeter, yeah. I don't know what you're thinking about.
All right, appreciate the calls, everybody. Thank you so much. All right.
Everybody.
As we mentioned, Jamel Hill getting ready to join us on the other side. I know, right? That's dope to hear.
She
might be scolding you out.
She was ripping on
That's
me.
why I said she might be scolding. Me and her was texting about it, too.
What?
Right now, he is Steven Sager, and he has your updates.
What I do?
Too long a list.
Yeah,
it's only a 3-hour show.
Man, how long you want Steve to do this update? He'd be here for 17 hours.
Miami Marlins have lost 12 in a row. They are leading the Phillies and Zach Wheeler 5-2 in the top of the third. Max Scherzer of the Blue Jays has returned to pitch tonight off the IL on his 42nd birthday. He's up 2-1 at Washington in the top of the third. Diamondbacks at Pittsburgh scoreless top of the fourth. Baltimore leads at Detroit 3-1 in the top of the third. The Cleveland at Cincinnati games in a rain delay at the start. Today at Texas, the Rangers defeated Seattle 7-3. Texas hit 4 home runs in the first 3 innings off George Kirby, led 7-2 at the time. Mariners will be at the Dodgers on Tuesday. Braves outfielder Ronald Acuna was activated after missing more than a month with a hamstring injury. It's the Braves 1-1 at the Mets. That's in the bottom of the first inning. And we've got a delay at the start with the Cardinals hosting the Cubs tonight. Cubs pitcher Jameson Taillon was designated for assignment. Yankees at White Sox coming up in a few minutes. Yankees outfielder Cody Bellinger will miss 4 to 6 weeks with a grade 2 strained hamstring. The A's will host Boston later tonight. A's all-star catcher Shea Langoliers will have knee surgery on Tuesday. He is likely out for the year. By the way, MLB's trade deadline is next Monday, August 3rd. All NFL veterans report to training camps by Tuesday. The Cardinals did not practice today. Wide receiver Marvin Harrison Jr. yesterday was unable to finish practice due to an apparent injury. Tampa Bay Bucks defensive tackle Vita Vea has requested a trade after not getting a contract extension. North Carolina football GM Michael Lombardi was placed on paid leave after a human resources complaint. Michigan athletic director Ward Manuel will reportedly get a buyout of over $7 million. He'll step down at the end of this calendar year. Back to you.
Hey, Steve, thank you. Appreciate it. Our couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a Magic City Monday, which is apropos with our next guest. That it would be a Magic City Monday. You know, turn your mic on.
It's always a Magic City Monday.
Now, why you over here all giggly and googly? Yeah, we got Jamel on the perfect day to have this conversation. She's here. She's an author, contributor, writer for The Atlantic. Jamel Hill, what up, though?
Jamel.
What up, though? Wait, why y'all talking about Magic City?
I don't know, because it's a Magic City Monday, Jamel.
And it's just perfect timing for you.
On the show, we've been doing it for 8 years. So it's just
why you over there all nervous and blushing, Rob? I don't even know who you are right now.
I'm not blushing. Jamel and I go back, and I'm very cool with saying this. Since she was 16 years old, when I first met her, she was
This is very true.
Yelling at me at the Free Press building.
Good.
Jamel, do you remember that?
Good. Somebody's trying to get you straight.
Let me tell you.
But tell them why, Rob. Tell them why.
Yeah, I wrote this column. The phones went off. My debut column at the Free Press. Phones ring off the hook. Jamel's in her softball uniform, answering phones at the Free Press. I walk in. She doesn't say hello, hi, I'm Jamel, hi, Rob, whatever. She goes, it's about time you got here. You can answer some of these phones. You remember that, Jamel?
Oh, I do. Rob got me cussed out for a whole day. And the thing is, what's so ridiculous in hindsight, and I don't know how often you think about this, Rob, is like, you wrote what was the most obvious thing in the world. Mars Shot is a racist and doesn't belong in baseball, which everybody knew, right? Like, and then you're talking about writing that in a city like Detroit that is majority black. Why would that ever be a controversial opinion?
And God knows it was.
Well, I mean, there are the suburbs.
Yes.
You know, that's a story for another day.
Yes. All right.
Jamel, you of course, you got a lot going on. We'll get to some of the stuff you have in just a minute. I did want to start with the obvious, and that is LeBron. Just your initial reaction when he not only, decides to dip out on the Lakers, where, of course, you live out here now in L.A., but then specifically goes to Philly. What were your thoughts?
So I have to say, I thought Golden State was the leader in the clubhouse. And the reason I did was because it was, to me, the balance of personal and professional. As y'all know, living in L.A., gate to gate, San Francisco, not that LeBron is going to be out there flying Delta, but, it's an hour and a half tops, probably less than that. We know he loves living in L.A. We know his business is centered in L.A. And so it just felt like, with his relationship with Draymond Green, Steph Curry, being able to play your last 2 years with your friends in a city that is, a great city also in California, and because he's newly into golf.
Right.
The Bay Area has some great golf. So I was thinking this probably makes a lot of sense personally and professionally. But in terms of just best purely basketball fit, I thought it was either Philly or Miami. And, clearly in Philly, like they are stacked. They are loading up. And this is his last run at a title that wasn't going to happen in Los Angeles. So it felt like that experiment was over. So, and listen, being real, at least from a lot of Laker fans that I knew, and it's coming from a point of privilege, is I think they were ready for him to leave.
Agreed.
I agree with that as well.
They were. The door hit him with a good lower split. They was like, get out.
Jamel, let's go here, too, because there's a lot of things we want to chime in before we talk about the golf coming up as well, which is a good cause. The Ryan Clark, you and I, all of us have worked for ESPN at one point. We've all been let go, fired, moved on, or whatever. I got to admit, I was surprised by Ryan Clark's reaction. Boo-hooing on a podcast. Seriously, like a lot of people get fired. A lot of people, this is a business where it's subjective. It's not math. New regimes come in. Most people, and you know this, Jamel, they don't remember. Stephen A. with the old regime got fired from ESPN as well.
I had to
a
remind
new
you
regime comes in, they bring him back, and now he's the face of it. So it has a lot to do with who's running the place. That's all I'm saying.
It does, but consider it this way, and it's funny because we'll get to the golf in a second because literally I've spent the last 2 days with Ryan. And so, and then even before this, having been in a relatable position, I knew exactly what he was going through. So this is why I think it cut him so deep. So, Rob, you got to look at it like this. And your perspective is not wrong. Like all it takes sometimes is a boss change, and it could change your whole trajectory of a place, good or bad. It's what comes with the business. We know this. But Ryan was in a little different position because, as you know, a lot of times these networks, they bring in big names, big named athletes. Those athletes, I don't want to shade them, but typically they don't work as hard in terms of getting the reps. He had to literally climb the stairs because while he had a storied career, he had a good career, but he wasn't like some big name that everybody knew. So when he came in, because he got there in 2015, I already had his and hers at that point. So he's just getting reps, on going on the different shows, doing like what we had to do, frankly, a grind that resembled ours to build his profile. Finally built it to a point where he's one of the mainstays on Get Up, First Take, Monday Night NFL Countdown, like became one of their notable personalities. And what made him emotional about it was not only the way that they did it, and you've experienced this, Rob and Kelvin, I know you've experienced this too. Y'all know in our community, when one of us make it, we feel like we all made it.
Facts.
And what he was talking about was the fact that he made it to this position. He's a New Orleans guy who was undrafted by Pittsburgh, won a Super Bowl, played in 2. So his whole trajectory of his life and career has been a little engine that could. You wind up at ESPN. You winning an Emmy. You doing all these things. They let you go. And in his real life, and especially New Orleans, that's a different kind of community. It's like real close-knit, everybody family. And they all coming up to him because he's on ESPN like, thank you for representing us. Thank you for speaking out for us. We love you on there representing us. And then you feel like you let them down because you're not there anymore. So it's like deeper than just, this is just a job. This is not just a job. This is like a position that you held. And that's not to say that these people are disappointed or that people will be like, oh, Ryan let us down. But he felt that. He felt that love. I felt it too. Being from Detroit, man, the number of people that when I was at ESPN, they'd be like, man, we so happy somebody from Detroit is representing us. It means something to them. And you representing that. So it's like, that's why it cut a little deeper for him.
Yeah.
It might, even though we know the realities of this business, like you said, Rob.
Right. I'm just, a lot of us have been through it. So, and mine was very public
Brutal.
And the whole
Was
thing.
it?
Yeah,
I don't even remember.
Yeah. You know why? Because history's on my side now.
Yeah. Oh.
We're back.
That's what I'm saying, though. It's like, and it's going to be the same for you. It's the same for Ryan. It's the same for me. It's like, when you think about the reasons we're not there anymore and you hold them up, it's like, all you did was say the truth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And everybody, and that's why everybody now circles back to that and be like, he was on to something.
Right.
The opinions that Ryan held, people are going to circle back and be like, he was on to something. Obviously, what I said, people are like now, they call him that every day of the week.
Well, yeah.
It's like, all right.
I think, and Jamel Hill with us, we're going to get to, of course, appearing on behalf of the APGA with Michael Leaves, the Classic and Celebrity Pro-Am. We'll talk about that here in 1 second. We are up against this. I want to ask you this one real quick, Jamel. You just mentioned something I had a chance to ask Kareem Abdul-Jabbar once. It was during the George Floyd summer, and all this was going on, and I was talking about, and it seems like you're hinting at it, the same thing with Ryan Clark. Sometimes there's an onus on black athletes, black sportscasters, analysts, so forth, folks in front of the mic like Rob and I, to have to speak up and have to, hey, yeah, this is happening, but there's other things happening bigger. Or, yeah, it actually does pertain to sports. The way you were talking about with President Trump addressing athletes and whatnot. Does it seem like that? What's that like, that balance that we kind of walk of, I got a job, but, I can't ignore what is happening out here. And lastly, how does that help with now having, social media and podcasts? You and Carrie have the pod and Flagrant and Funny, and where you can now maybe own your own career and destiny and be able to speak and say whatever.
Yeah, I mean, this is part of the reason why so many of us are moving into independent spaces or where we have a little bit more control. The problem is that when we're talking about mainstream or network TV or, bigger entities, it's like there's so much that isn't under your control, and there's so much that, like, you get penalized for that you wouldn't in other spaces. And because it's funny, Rob, because I know you've seen this, and I know you have direct experience with it, is that every time one of us gets let go, we inevitably shift this conversation to, why can't we just start our own thing? Why don't we do our own thing? Right. Blah, 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 blah. And Rob, you have tried to do this many times.
Yes, I have. I have, absolutely.
And I say the same thing to those people who say that. It's like, yeah, we try to build it, but y'all don't hub. That's the thing. Like, y'all don't actually hub. The best way that you can protect the people that you want to keep speaking out is to support them.
100%.
That is the best way. Because when you if people support your show, I mean, sometimes we need to build a new thing, but guess what? We need to support the existing shows where people are speaking out. The best way that if people love y'all and want to see more black representation, more black sports journalists, the best thing they can do is support your show. Period. And so so yeah, there is a balance, like you said, but that balance, the cushion you have is different when you have the support. And so I love that people are just like, oh, we love how you speak out. Well, if you love how we speak out, make sure you like and subscribing and listening and do all the things.
That's facts. That's facts.
Right. Tell us about the
tell us about the tournament, the APGA, and how it's advocating for Professional Golf Association, what you guys got coming up.
All right, so it's the Michael Eaves Celebrity Golf Classic. Here's what's so funny about this conversation. So my team and Ryan Clark's team, we finished tied for first. We had to have a putt off. Guess who sank the winning putt? It was Ryan.
Oh, yeah. He in his moment right now. This is his moment.
He in his moment. But, because one thing about our folks, we'll roast you and we don't care. So he won, and he is like, you get a big championship belt, and it's great and all of that thing. Michael Eaves is interviewing him afterwards, and Ryan is pouring it on TikTok, like, it's the best championship ever next to the Super Bowl, all this other stuff. And so I messed with him and interrupted. And I was like, Ryan, I realized you needed this because you did just get fired this week.
There you go. Wow.
The man ain't even dried his tears yet.
I know, right? Because I'm that kind of person. And so everybody fell out laughing. It was a lot of love, a lot of camaraderie. But listen, this organization is really wonderful. As we know, there is a lack of representation in golf. And the cool thing about today, like the group I was paired with, this is the best group I've ever been paired with. And the great thing about this is that you have golfers who are trying to make it in the professional space, who get to interact with business professionals, media professionals. They get to figure out the networking component, because that's what really determines their success. It's like they can be great golfers, but if you ain't got nobody behind you, good luck with that. And so APGA is a great organization that allows these golfers, that gives them more than just, there's a game element to it and all that kind of stuff. But what it does is give them the tools so they can figure out how to succeed as professionals. So it's just been a great environment. And it's felt like a bit of an ESPN reunion. It's me, Michael Eaves here, Stan Verrett. Stan Verrett's a great golfer. Like, Eaves is a great golfer. I'm getting into golf. I've been golfing now for 4 years. I'm totally obsessed with it. Then you have other people, Nichelle Turner, Ryan Clark. Just a lot of professionals across the board that are here to make sure that we drop some gems on, these golfers, give them some tools and some tips and everything, and also just help them really create that professional success that allows them to just kind of concentrate and focus on golfing.
No doubt.
All right. Thank you,
Hey, we
Jamel.
appreciate it, Jamel. All the best to that.
Look, one of these days, y'all going to have me in studio one of these days.
Come on.
We're here every day.
Come
Pull
on
up.
One of these days.
Yes,
one
we'll
of these
do that.
days.
Pull up.
All right.
And I missed the
Okay,
last
thank you.
golf tournament because I thought it was on Christmas Eve's, and I missed it.
Yeah, he's still doing it, Jamel. I'm sorry.
You know what?
You should have hung
Rob,
up right before
first
that.
of all, you know what? Don't let me break out them videos. Rob was the prop master at ESPN.
Yes, on
he
the
was bringing out phones, glasses, any kind of thing. I was like, whenever it's a corny joke to be made, Rob is not going to hesitate to make it.
All right, Jamel, thank you.
I know.
We appreciate
Rob
it.
Parker. Every day,
Thank
I know.
you.
All right, Jamel, thank you. Appreciate it. And we do got to get her up for studio, Rob.
We'll
Let's
get her
make
in
that
studio.
happen.
We'll get her to
Or
do
she just, come to Spectrum, too. Come on, like she always comes on my show. I appreciate that. It's the Odd Couple. You ready, Sheco City? You did it? I don't know. If you've been out of town, you've been traveling, that's up next. It's the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
Rob G, they're moving mountains, doing things at the Basketball Hall of Fame that make no sense to me.
Yeah, and it has nothing to do with LeBron James, which we're all excited about. I think we're all LeBron down for the last 72 hours or so.
We're tired of talking about that dude.
The Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame is launching a new exhibit. I know Rob's never missed a new exhibit.
That's right. I have actually been there, to that. Have you guys been there, any of you?
No.
I actually haven't.
Film?
I have not.
Okay.
So the new exhibit coming up this weekend, dedicated to one Steph Curry. It's going to be the first time in the nearly 75-year history that an active player will be honored within the walls with his own exhibit. It's going to be called Stephen Curry Beyond the Arc. It's going to be open to the public on Friday. It'll include Olympic and championship artifacts, game-worn gear, archival footage, and Steph Curry narrating certain points of the exhibit in an audio-video fashion.
Once again, first of all, they must be totally desperate to get people to come to that place because this is so out of character and they don't do it. Why are they changing what has always been tradition and not doing that to players while they're still playing? You know what I mean? It's really weird to me, Kelvin, and especially a guy like Steph Curry, who helped ruin basketball with the three-pointers. That's the guy you're honoring? Beyond the arc, do a real deep dive and say the guy who ruined basketball. That's the exhibit that I would want to go see because he started putting up those ridiculous three-pointers. I just wish early on in his career he would have missed some of those and the coaches would have had the right to say, "What are you doing? Come over here and sit down next to me." Instead, they were going in, and people were like, everybody knew they were ridiculous shots, but because they went in, it was hard to argue. And after they looked at this guy, and he was making shots of that proportion, now everybody and their uncle thought they were three-point shooters. And now we have this terrible NBA where it's either three-pointers or dunks at the basket. Guys don't want the mid-range game. Even though Shea, with the great mid-range game, won back-to-back MVPs, but most of the people aren't doing the mid-range. They'd rather shoot the threes.
The Celtics could have been somewhere if they would have took some.
Exactly. The Celtics lost to Philadelphia. They missed their last 9 shots, which were all threes. And we've seen other teams blow leads and blow games. The Spurs were up by 25 in that important Game 4. Kelvin took 9 straight threes, up 25, missed all 9, and the rest is history. Of course, the Knicks needed a tip in to win the game, but you get my point. And Steph Curry is Exhibit A. He's the reason we are where we are in basketball, and where we have positionless players. Everybody thinks they're a guard and can handle the ball. Everybody thinks they can shoot threes. It is so bad. I think this is a bad look by the Basketball Hall of Fame. And if I had $20 and that's what it cost me to get in to see this exhibit, I would rip the $20 bill into 10 pieces and I would throw it on the ground before I would go in. How's that?
Oh, it's good to have you back, Rob. It's good to have you back. No, look, I'm going to go at it this way. I'm going to go at it from a more historical standpoint of what is it about Steph that he keeps getting these first evers? What I mean by that is if you go before him, we had some amazing players, and not too much further before him. Let's go with the great, Michael Jordan. But Steph Curry is the first one to ever be the unanimous MVP. And you're like, okay, you had Kobe's and Shaq's and Birds and Magic's and Kareem's, but Steph gets that. All right. Now they're opening up the division. They'll have a wing dedicated to somebody. And to me, you just jumped Bill Russell. Bill Russell, rest in peace to the great Bill Russell, seems like the obvious person, right? From so many standpoints of all the winning that he did with Boston, what he endured as a player, a black athlete in America in the 60s.
And it was bad, Kelvin. You know that in Boston.
He tells you, he makes it a point to say, I am a Boston Celtic for life, but I'm not a fan of the city of Boston because the hell that he went through. And all the championships.
Don't forget this. When they put his banner to the rafters, he did it with no fans because he didn't want to celebrate. Imagine that. He did not have a night. It does.
That says so much. So to me, you skipped over the obvious. Big shout out to Jamel Hill. We appreciate her joining the Odd Couple on this Magic City Monday. Still a lot left next hour as well. We'll talk a little baseball, some things happening there. Also, the Jays from Boston, might be some drama between those two. We'll break it all down in just a little bit. But right now, let's get to it, Rob. It's time for Shekel City.
Welcome to Shekel City.
What did I know?
The home base for Rob Parker's daily picks
Jamel knew about that.
Yeah, we should have played that.
We should have played.
What did I know? Do with it.
She would have got a kick out of that. All right, here we go. Shekel City on Friday, 1-2. The record is now 187 and 163. Still 124 over.
Yeah, there you go.
Not bad. All right, here we go tonight. We got the Angels are hosting the Astros. I'm taking the Angels plus 1.5. That's my best bet. I got the A's plus 1.5 in Sacramento taking on the red-hot Red Sox. And the Milwaukee Brewers are in San Francisco. They're reeling the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take Milwaukee minus 1.5. The Brew Crew. All right, so again,
who you got?
Brewers minus 1.5, A's plus 1.5, and the Angels plus 1.5. And remember, Kelvin,
what's that?
I'm not telling you who to bet on. I'm telling you who I bet on.
All right, there you have it. That was Shekel City. All right, let's get to your tire rack play of the day. Let's get to your non-tire rack play of the day. It wasn't on there? Hold on. Don't get mad at me, Rob G, for muscle memory, okay? Don't get mad at me for that. We won't get into that.
Between you messing that up and Rob thinking that he's making money on Shekel City, he's now losing money, like ridiculously.
What? But I'm still 24 games over.
But you're 53%, Rob.
That's still all right.
That's losing money with the
VIG. I'm not losing.
Yes, you are. You got to hit at least 55 to be profitable.
Damn, he doing the math.
I'm doing it 3 at a time, so I win some money, I lose a couple, I win some money.
You were like 32, 33 games.
See, this is why Lamar Mitchell's always like, yeah, Rob, anytime you want to come out because you think that you hit 1 out of 3 or 2 out of 3 that you're winning money.
Lamar hit me up the other day.
He did hit me up and sent me like a random joke or something. I forgot what it was. What holiday?
He always hits me every holiday.
Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
It might have been. He might have hit me on the 4th.
He was at the big 60th birthday party, Lamar and his wife.
Well, I'm sure he ain't hosted.
No. But guess what?
Did he get clearance from Stephen A. Smith?
I just heard from Sean King, too, out there. He's in Vegas.
Everything all right? Why you say it like that?
I'm just saying.
Okay. Got me nervous for a minute. I didn't know what you were saying. The Odd Couple. You know what time it is. It's your boys.
Let's get it. The Odd Couple is fun.
Check.
And informative.
Check.
What's up, America? You want to talk sports with 1.5 of the best-looking guys in the game?
That game was incredible.
You are wrong. You'll be king of the water cooler.
What's it like working with Rob? Rob in his mind is like Chris Rock mixed with Richard Pryor, so I'm running out of fake laughs. Ha ha, Rob. Rob is very passionate.
Son, you ain't ready for this. I don't have BS in my game. I'm straightforward. I'm honest. You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. And, of course, it doesn't hurt that I'm right most of the time. Kelvin is the nice guy, wants to make everybody feel warm and fuzzy.
You done? Let me tell you the truth. I bring the energy, a youthful energy. Rob's not gonna see this, is he? And I bring an honest opinion. Michael Jordan, I can't take it anymore. I need a break. I'm gonna go play baseball.
Trash Talking Tuesday is the best.
It's a great opportunity for folks to call in and they get to trash whomever.
Who you trashing, Roger?
I'm trashing LeBron James and Michael Jordan.
Oh, okay.
They can't even hold Wilt Chamberlain's shoes.
Stop talking about the king like that. It's a new era. Let LeBron be the best, please.
I only recognize one king in the United States, and that's Burger King. The connection with the Odd Couple audience is incredible. We really invite them in.
And they can relate, whether it be things about our own personal lives or our takes on sports.
Love you guys. You guys are killing it.
Hey, we appreciate you. Thank you for rocking with your boys. They feel like it's just my guys, just my friends, and they join right in on the show.
We talk with the listeners, not at them.
Obviously, you can listen to us live, but you can still check out the podcast. You can check out our YouTube. You can check us out on social media. So in any way you want to get it, you can get it.
Yes.
There's some yelling. It is some hot takes. It's a whole lot of fun. I'll give you that.
It is fun. I agree. Begrudgingly.
The Odd Couple.
Sports talk that's too good and too fun.
Something
Tonight's Cleveland at Cincinnati ball game has been rained out, and there's a rain delay at the start for the White Sox due to host the Yankees. Cubs at Cardinals in a delay at the start. The Mets do have an early home run from Francisco Lindor and lead 3-1 over the Braves in the bottom of the third. Atlanta star outfielder Ronald Acuna was activated today after missing more than a month with a hamstring injury. Blue Jays lead 2-1 at the Nationals top of the fourth. Pitcher Max Scherzer, ex of Washington, is the Blue Jays starter tonight, off the IL on his 42nd birthday. The Marlins have lost 12 in a row, but they're leading against Philadelphia, and 5-2 is the score. Bottom of the fourth, Zach Wheeler allowed the 5 in his 3 innings of work for Philly. The Orioles lead at Detroit 4-3 in the bottom of the fourth inning. The University of Michigan athletic director Ward Manuel will get a buyout of over $7 million end of this year. I'm Steve DeSager.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Our number...
It ain't hard to tell.
2.
Number 2.
Here on the Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a Magic City Monday. Be sure to check out our YouTube channel. You would see this great Inside the Parker jacket I'm wearing.
What if we didn't think it was great, Rob? What if we
It is great. No, Alex, Rob G,
dope.
colors,
It's
no.
dope.
It stands
We
out.
ain't getting
Look at
away from
Rob G.
nobody.
What you turning your nose up at me, Rob G? I'm a pimp slap you when I go in there.
Listen, we ain't getting caught. I mean, we ain't hiding from nobody. That thing is neon.
It's neon.
It's fly, though. You know what it looks like? Was that Blade Runner? That had the color? Yeah, Alex,
Rob looks like he bikes at night. You know what I mean?
He ain't biking nothing. But it does look like it. It's fly,
Nah,
though.
I just saw
It's fly. Well, all right, get to it. Hurry up so we can continue hour 2. What was the deal?
What, on this?
Yeah.
You know it was 75% off.
That's what, okay.
Of course.
So let's get to it.
I mean, let's just be honest.
Let's just get to it. Let's not waste any time.
Alex, nothing I brought you was 75% off. You know that.
Isn't that something Draymond said to Charles Barkley where he's like, hey, man, how much did that suit cost? He's like $1,000. Like, yeah, it looked like it.
Yeah, Draymond.
You think people say that about the lime green and black Adidas sweatshirt, Rob?
What? I put on.
No, that looks 75% off. I ain't gonna lie.
I put on social media today about the jeans I bought. You know, I was telling you about.
Yeah.
The 168 list price, I paid $15 for.
What'd they say?
They were like, "That's a deal."
That is a deal.
It's just the jeans just get discontinued. There's nothing wrong with them.
It's a drug for you.
It is. It's getting a deal.
He didn't even fight back. He's like, it is.
When I get a deal like that, I'm excited.
All right, settle down.
I just bought some new towels and stuff. I was like, very nice, soft hand and face towels, $2 a piece. I'm like, oh, give me 6.
They're gonna have Inside the Parker sewn on one of them, SCSU on one of them. It's gonna be great.
No, man,
I want you to know. Can I say this?
Yes.
I'm gonna put my hand up and I'm going to say, after September 1st.
Okay.
No more new merch. No more nothing. So
that's
all
the
done.
new eating healthy.
Rob G. It's all done.
You're such a liar.
What? It's all done.
Rob G, I'm gonna do this thing. I'm not buying anything from a department store ever again.
Are you ready?
But they have such good deals, Rob G. I had to do it.
How long?
Until I leave here. So that's it. Whatever we have, like I got yours coming for your friend. Whatever we have here, we're gonna have a big sale. We'll sell off whatever we have. And it's a wrap. So if you want to get out,
you mean like you retire?
Yeah, seriously.
Oh, I'm back on Rob G's side.
Alex, you know when I say I'm gonna do something.
Yeah, but this one extreme.
Why?
I believe you.
Because it's less detrimental. Like you eating bad, you can't be on here looking crazy.
But we got plenty. We know we have enough. And I want you to know, like, whatever you guys get, you're gonna get. You know what I mean? I always have something for you. but no new stuff.
Okay, I'll agree with that. I thought he meant, Rob G, I'm not going to shop for deals anymore.
No, I'm talking about
Okay, specifically merch. Never mind. I thought you were saying.
See, when I hear Rob selling merch, I hear, Rob Parker's struggling.
Hold on, Rob G. Boneless couch, selling merch.
He's so on brand
Traded
right now.
the apartment for a smaller
Couldn't
one.
get the flight.
Changed his car out.
If I showed you how much I paid,
had to get rid of the drop top.
If I showed you how much I had to pay, it ain't that. It's like when you get older, you guys are still living.
Let me Venmo my
expanding.
boy some bread.
Okay.
Okay.
When we saw Colin on the Peach and Rob over there on the exit row on
That's
a
all
Spirit
right.
flight, I was like,
but Spirit's out of business.
Everybody's
Spirit's
living well
out of
right
business.
now.
I'm
It's
sorry,
not even.
Scott got a new number. I had to go to cricket. I had to get a little bit.
That's why you didn't get my text message.
Hey, y'all laugh now. When I'm retired, you remember that.
No, it's cool, bro.
You gotta know. You gotta have a plan, Rob G. You still
That's
got
facts.
a family with kids and all that.
I do agree
I'm
with that.
way past that. So I'm like, okay, you gotta know what you do.
Just let me, babe. If you ever, you know what I'm saying, I got you. Man.
And anyway, you're gonna say I'm struggling, but I got 2 apartments. Am I struggling?
No, you ain't
still-
struggling.
I'm
And
struggling.
you got a house.
Your couch is struggling.
What else?
And
What'd
you got a
say?
house.
Okay.
26. Listen, we know you ain't struggling.
Okay.
That's why we get mad at you.
There it is.
That's why we
boneless
get mad at you,
couch.
because you get the boneless couch and you fly with a comforter daggone container with luggage in it.
Come
That's
here,
why we get
Boogaloo.
mad, because you're not struggling.
You know why they call it the boneless couch?
Oh, Lord. Why?
Because only one of us pulling out tonight, baby.
Alex, you are sick. What Alex?
The radio listeners didn't hear it.
Okay.
Only the podcast listeners getting the full experience. The radio listeners ain't getting it.
Did he?
Who dumped myself?
You dumped yourself
I
is
had
crazy.
to. I had to.
Hey, you know you were a habitual line stepper when you got to dump yourself.
Hey, that was a great joke. I had to finish it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, there you go. See?
All right, hey, Rob G, the Baseball Hall of Fame took
Speaking
place.
of jokes.
That's right.
Speaking of jokes.
Yo peoples in them.
Rob's peoples.
On Sunday.
You people,
up in
What you mean, you people?
Cooperstown, that's right.
Yeah.
You people. How dare you? Decided of all the San Francisco Giant players in baseball history, particularly the ones that played in the 90s and the 2000s, the quote-unquote steroid era, of all the players of that group that belonged in the Hall of Fame, Rob's people decided that Jeff Kent, not Barry Bonds, deserved to be enshrined in Cooperstown. Explain yourself, Rob.
I hear a lot of people, some media members, who just don't understand the process.
Okay.
And they see a Jeff Kent get into the Hall of Fame. And, of course, the big pushback is, but Barry Bonds isn't. All these baseball writers, that's why they didn't vote for the Hall of Fame, because they just don't like Barry Bonds. That's why. They don't like it because he wouldn't talk to them when he was a player and he was hitting all those home runs.
That ain't what it was, though, Rob.
Can you guys stop? Is this on?
It's
You
on.
guys have no idea what you're talking about. Jeff Kent didn't get voted in by the writers.
That's true.
By the Veterans Committee, what they call, and they changed the name, but basically Veteran Committee, which is former players.
The Contemporary Baseball
That's what it
Era
is,
Committee.
right, exactly, because they changed it from veterans.
Yeah.
But former players, general managers, front office people, and 1 or 2 writers. That's it. A 16-man committee. And my point to you is Jeff Kent did not, N-O-T, make the Hall of Fame by the writers' vote. He did not. And Barry Bonds had a chance to get into the Hall of Fame. If it's against the writers and you want to blame us, why didn't the people from the Contemporary Committee, former players and front office people, not vote for Barry Bonds? And I think he's been up there 3 times since he's retired. And all 3 times, he hasn't gotten enough votes, including the last time you need 12 out of 16. He didn't get it. Now, you're talking to somebody who voted for Barry Bonds all 10 times he was on the ballot. I believe he's a Hall of Famer. I believe all of his numbers and records all count. He belongs in the Hall of Fame. He never got busted for steroids, never tested positive, and never was suspended. Do I think he used it? Yes. I think it was widespread. But the idea that the writers, because they don't vote. They don't like Barry Bonds. That's the reason why they didn't vote for him. If we'd had a reason not to like him, it was when he was a player and he never treated us right or never talked to us. But somehow we voted him to a record 7 MVPs during his career. Stop blaming the writers. You guys don't know what you're talking about. Not only fans, but media people. Who are you? Do you know the process? Do you understand anything? It's the sports writers. They just don't like Barry Bonds. That's why he's not in the Hall of Fame. They're jealous of him. Because he wouldn't give them an interview. That's the reason why. It would be one thing, Kelvin, if Barry Bonds had a clean slate. He does have the Balco thing behind him. And people have a right to vote. I voted for him. I believe he belongs in the Hall of Fame. He needed 75%. He got like 69 or 70. He was close, but not enough. He didn't get in 10 years on the ballot, and then the contemporary committees had like 3 chances to put him in. And guess what? His own people didn't vote him in. Stop with the comparison to Jeff Kent. Stop with the writers are to blame. Stop with all of that. How do you vote for somebody 7 times as an MVP and he wasn't great to us then and then want to blame it on the writers that we hate Barry Bonds? He walks around with a controversy, and some writers, mostly the older writers, I'm not one of them, been covering baseball for 40 years, the greatest player I ever saw. But if I hear one more media person or some terrible radio show talk about the writers and how that's why they should take it away from the writers. Do you know the awards that they give out of baseball? Those are the BBWAA awards. We started them. Baseball adopted them. They're our awards. The Cy Young, the MVP, those are our awards, not baseball's. Baseball thought enough of them to embrace them. So stop it with all this talk about the writers and us hating Barry Bonds.
This is where it gets confusing. This is where I put the onus on the league. At some point, Rob, they're going to have to rectify some things because we talk about this all the time. How long are you going to have a league with so many of your biggest players of the last 25, 30 years not making it in the Hall of Fame? When I ask people like you, been studying and participating in baseball as a writer and as a fan and as all that for 30, 40, 50 years, and then they start to rattle off the names. Who's the best pitcher? Well, Roger Clemens. Who's one of the best hitters? Alex Rodriguez. Who's one of the best hitters? Barry Bonds, so on and so forth. It's going to get dicey because then some people will say, well, who was one of the most clutch hitters of the last 20, 25 years? And they're going to say Big Papi. Well, Big Papi's in, and he had some controversy around him. So I think where fans get upset, and to your point, I don't think fans understand all the process and they kind of just pick, I don't know. I just know that if he's in, why isn't he in? And I think that's where it gets cloudy. Baseball knew about steroids for years, back in the 80s. They knew about it. They didn't even have rules against it. You got pictures where baseball players being interviewed in the clubhouse and literally got steroids above them, like literally above their locker. And so the idea then that they would turn their cheek when we had the summer of 98 where you got Sammy Sosa and Mark McGwire going crazy on home runs and they're enjoying it and it revived the game and everybody's loving it for a few years. And then fast forward 2-3 more years, bam, Barry Bonds on the 70 pace. So my point is, because I'll concede to your point there of people misunderstanding how the voting process works. I'll give you that for sure. My whole point is just thinks that baseball is going to have to do something. You know how the NBA we just talked about, our Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame has the first ever Steph Curry wing? Well, we're going to have all these dudes were amazing wing, and they were under the cloud of controversy, and we blew it. We blew it. We take full responsibility for it, and these guys are in this wing or something because it's just going to – so now you're going to tell me, as you mentioned, now because according to this, and you mentioned it, on this new contemporary baseball air committee, he only got five votes, he being Barry Bonds.
These are former players.
Fewer than 5. So I don't know if this is former players who, if I didn't do it and I feel really offended that you did, I'll turn up my nose and I'll never vote for you. You know what I mean? Because I think if you did it,
but this is 3 times. They didn't vote for Kurt Schilling. They didn't vote.
Roger Clemens.
They had a chance to put Don Mattingly. Bob Costas last night on Sunday Night Baseball made a case for Don Mattingly. The Veterans Committee, the Contemporary Committee, did not vote for Don Mattingly. He was on there. Dale Murphy, who won back-to-back National League MVPs, didn't get voted in either.
So that's
my only pushback is that you keep blaming the writers, but it's not
the
just.
Players. And
that's how Jeff Kent got in, though, was not with the writers.
It was with that committee. Now, this is where it gets interesting. We always talk about this. We talk about it with Caitlin Clark. We talk about it with LeBron, and we talk about it with other players. Is there an element of hate from your own players? Is there an element that Barry Bonds
there you go.
was not that guy? As much as we talk about the media, he was this to the media jerk. Maybe he was a jerk to the guys who now say, I ain't voting him in. Nope.
There's my point to you, is that this could have been rectified just like they did with Jeff Kent, even though the writers didn't think so.
Get it wrong. And if you feel he should have been in, obviously you voted for him.
I voted for him.
And then the players have to say, hey, y'all, look, it was a ground era. We all know. Y'all tripping. That man was the best player I went up against.
They could have easily done that.
And rectified. And this, to me, shows maybe there's some ill will from his former contemporaries with him because they had a chance to vote him in. They had to say, hey, look, all I know is that was the best player I saw 2 halves. With the Pirates.
With the juice and without the juice.
With the juice, without the juice, Pirates, Giants. All I know is whenever I saw him up the bat, it was incredible when I saw him in the outfield.
With the Pirates and 4 with the Giants.
And that's why I'm saying this must be something where I think all the people, the way people feel he treated the media a jerk and he was this and that to them, maybe it was his contemporaries and teammates and fellow players that feel some type of way that keep him out as well.
All right, 877-99 on Fox is the number. We want to hear from you. Are the players just as much to blame as the writers for keeping Barry Bonds out of the Hall of Fame? I've laid it out to you. The contemporary committee could have easily voted him in just like they did Jeff Kent.
Multiple times.
Because people are like, how did Jeff Kent make it? Writers didn't vote for Jeff Kent. We'll continue that conversation next with you. It is The Odd Couple on a Magic City Monday. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington. And you know what? This is a radio show. Call in. We want to hear from you. We'd love to hear your feedback. 877-99 on Fox. And you know what you need to do. Stick and stay.
For possibly K-Dot to try to throw to another play of the day in this hour in the US of A.
Shatai Rack play of the day.
So, guys, here's the question. Let's say in a hypothetical situation, LeBron James does seal the deal. He fulfills his promise. He gets ring number 5 there in Philadelphia. Does that change anything for you in the grand scheme of things?
No, absolutely not. I've said this, Rob. Both of y'all know I've said this for the whole time I've been on this show. It was 2 years now. He is already cemented wherever he is for everybody, Rob. If he was the GOAT for you, he can only get GOATier, and he's not going to go backwards. He's already where you think he is, right? He can't go backwards all of a sudden. And if you think he's 3rd, 4th, 5th, he ain't better than Jordan, he ain't better than Kobe, well, he's not going to get all of a sudden better, probably not going to get worse as well. So I think, to me, this is more cemented for like 90% of the people who have been following LeBron James' career. He is where he is already with you. The only thing this can do is at later in history when you start getting removed from what you were there and you witnessed in real time, right? Because then it becomes, if you're a little younger right now, if you're an 8-year-old basketball head who loves the game, well, you get a little older and you're just going to go, well, shoot, LeBron James had 5. You know what I mean? And you'll start going down the list of Kobe only had 5, LeBron had 5. What's the big deal? Or Tim Duncan had 5. And when you do that, you don't generally contextualize like, well, Kobe wasn't the finals MVP in 3 of his 5 championships. Now, we know he played very well. He was insane in some of those series. So, please, I know this, guys. Y'all know I know hoop. I'm just saying, like, you could contextualize it that way. Tim Duncan, the last couple, it was Tony Parker won 1, Kawhi won 1. So, you won't do that. You'll just go, you'll go, Tim Duncan has 5.
No, if
Kobe has 5.
But if he
LeBron will have 5 if he wins.
But if he doesn't win, he played 20. How many years? 24 years.
24.
24 years 24. To win 4 championships. Seriously, like the longer you play, the longer you dilute your legacy. That's the only problem.
At this point, Rob, he's going to 25. He's gonna make it a quarter century.
No, but I'm just saying the longer when you start to look at winning, you know what I mean?
What about 5 for 25? Is that cool if I get you 5 for 25, 1 every 5 years?
No,
is that cool?
That's not cool either. Are you kidding? 5 for 25.
What is
this, Mr. Allen's? I mean, I'm just saying.
Hit me with it, Rob. How much is it?
29, 2 for 50. 29, 2 for 50. We got it, Alex? 29,
Alex, we need it. Alex, we need the Mr. Allen.
Yes.
Y'all understand that is a way of life in Detroit. Oh, snap.
We need to have that on the hot button, Alex.
Yeah, we need that. 29, 2 for 50. I just think he's already, like I said, to your point, he's played so long. 5 years ago, you made up in your mind whoever he was. Like everybody, he did. He was the GOAT, or he was second, or he was third. I don't think this changes anything, especially considered if he were to win, there's a great chance he might not be finals MVP. So people are going to say, well, he wasn't even the one. It was Tyrese Maxey or it was Jaylen Brown.
I think that hurts too. I do think that hurts. You don't think so?
But it doesn't hurt Kobe. Steph Curry, it doesn't hurt him
but I'm just
that
saying,
he finally got. He's only one-time Finals MVP of the 4 that he has.
Yeah,
right. Kobe
but that does hurt him, and that's why That's why Steph really would never in that conversation about being a GOAT despite 4 championships. He's never been in that.
They don't use that against Duncan. They don't use that against Kobe.
Tim Duncan, Tim Duncan won what? 5 out of 6.
Yeah,
right. 5 out of 6. Yeah.
Which is insane, by the way.
It is. I told you he's a
Duncan's insane.
He's a Kawhi
Ray
Leonard
Allen jumper.
No, a Kawhi Leonard free throw away from being 6 for 6.
Oh yeah. I thought you were gonna say that Ray Allen.
That would have given him. That would have given him a 4-point lead, and Ray Allen's 3 wouldn't have mattered. You know that?
You're right.
Like
you're right. Maybe that's Kawhi left. Why he left? He was like, hey, they mad at me. All I did was miss a free throw. But you.
29.
How much is it, Alex?
29, 2 for 50.
Hey, Rob, I will say, I think that sound a little. They used to sound a little different. I don't remember them being that fast. I remember it was more like you said, 29 to 2 for 50.
29.
He was in a rush on those.
We'll find it. I'll get one. You know what? I'll go online. I'll find a good one like that.
Yeah.
And then Alex, I'll send it to you, and then you cut it.
Yeah.
All right.
What do you think? You think it's changed anything or not? Same?
No, I don't think it's going to change anything. It's not like he's going for number 7. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Right.
He's not going for number 7. So that I think that maybe could be it.
I ain't gonna lie, for 2 seconds I thought Mary was here. This is a Mary Mac kind of a song.
Who?
Don't do that. Odd couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a Magic City Monday, clearly. Jalen and Jason Tatum, is there some drama with the former Jays in Boston? We'll talk about that in a little bit after Steve DeSega. Right now, don't forget, stream us live wherever you happen to be in the iHeart app.
Hey, Steve.
Catch us on all your favorite Fox Sports Radio shows live 24/7 in the new and improved iHeart app. Just search Fox Sports Radio in the app to stream your boys all day, every day. So check us out. Be sure to select Fox Sports Radio as one of your presets in the iHeart app. Scar is going to pop up at the top of your screen when you do it. 877-99 on Fox. Jeff Kent, who's to blame when you're talking about getting Barry Bonds in? Jeff Kent is in. A lot of people saying, well, why isn't Barry Bonds, former teammate of his, why isn't he in? Is it the media's fault, the writers? Is it the players and his new committee's fault? 877-99 on Fox. Who we got?
How about City in Cleveland? You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, City?
Cleveland!
How you guys doing?
What's good, man? That's right.
This is for you!
Cleveland! That's right.
Man, come on. What is we talking? Hey, Rob, I gotta hit you with this. Barry Bonds in the Hall of Fame? No way, no how. He cheated. He tested positive. When they had the.
He never tested positive. No.
Yes, he did.
No, he did not. No, he did not.
I'm looking at it on Jeff.
He never tested positive. No, he did not.
In 2003, Bonds provided a urine sample that was later tested positive for designer drugs.
When was he suspended from baseball for testing positive?
Just because you got some. So look, Rob. So
no, I'm trying.
Yes or no? Well, one of your questions. Yes or no?
I'm asking you.
Did Barry Bonds use steroids?
Yes. I said yes.
He cheated then.
I hate to tell you, but I hate to tell you though.
Did it, but he got acquitted for it. But everybody know OJ did it.
Okay. So Pudge Rodriguez, did he cheat?
Yes.
Of course he cheated.
Okay. Is he in the Hall of Fame?
Yes.
Yes.
Big Papi tested positive.
Yes.
Is he in the Hall of Fame?
Yes.
Okay, that's my point. But my point to you is this.
Well, Rob, he cheated, though, Rob.
No, that's not. You're missing my point. My point is stop just blaming the writers. That his own peers could have put him in the Hall of Fame.
That's the part that's more telling to me.
That's my point to you.
Because I thought the writers, appreciate the call. I thought the writers would be, the players, and be like, look, y'all don't know what it was like. We played this era, blah, blah, let's get him in. And they said, nah, 3 times, is it?
Right. He had 3 chances of it. Thomas in Victorville, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Thomas?
Gentlemen, thank you so much for taking my call. Hope you guys are well.
Appreciate it. You too.
Listen, there's 2 points, one for each of the riders and for the vets. For the vets, it's kind of simple. Those guys that played for them may know the behind the scenes. For them, it very well might be, without any convictions, cheaters never prosper. So we're not going to vote for you. We know what the story was. We were in the locker room. But for the riders, it makes me think about Field of Dreams and when Ray Kinsella and James Earl Jones comes back to the field and they're looking at the players on the field and say, hey, there's Mel Ott, there's Smokey Joe Woods. And then Joe Jackson, Ray Liotta turns to them and says, yeah, those guys really wanted to play, but nobody wanted to play more than Ty Cobb, but we hated him when he was alive, so we told him to stick it. So the writers had to put up with Barry, and maybe they just felt he's not worthy of the vote just because he was who he was when he was playing.
Well, but they appreciate it. But they voted for him 7 times as MVP. So I just all right. Let's get Andre in Massachusetts. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Dre? What you got?
How you doing? Thanks for taking the call. Listen, I got to concur with the stance that baseball has taken in terms of Barry Bonds and saying no to him because they drew a line in the sand and then they stuck with that. That's how my dog Willis feels. He feels that Barry Bonds should wait his turn as well. But the fact of the matter is, baseball is the gold standard of the Hall of Fame. They don't equivocate. It's not a participation trophy award like the NBA.
It's hard to get in.
But wait, Dre, I hear you. But to our earlier point, then how are some in who we know did the steroids, but some in and some aren't? How do you rectify that?
Yes, I that's where I do feel certain Bonds, Clemens, they do reap more of the harsh punishment than some of the other players. So I can agree with you on that, but I do have to push back. I have no problem with baseball making people wait. Maybe Barry Bonds will eventually get in, but they're holding the line, whereas The NBA, I'm sorry, it's ridiculous. Andrew Bogut's a Hall of Famer. Vlade Divac's a Hall of Famer. It denigrates the other people that are in there. So
Tracy McGrady.
He might eventually get in.
Don't do team.
He might eventually get in, but if he does, if it takes time, that's no problem. Thanks for taking the call.
No doubt, Dre. Appreciate it.
You know what? My biggest argument is about the writer. Oh, the blaming the writers.
Right. And
I think all I'm saying is his peers had a chance to.
That's
to
what's
rectify.
telling. And is this one of those, like we talk about Caitlin Clark and maybe the way she's been viewed, LeBron getting iced out when he first, or Jordan, getting iced out when he first got to All-Star game.
When the All-Star voting went to players, they didn't vote for LeBron.
100-some players don't vote for LeBron.
Or KD. Over 150 didn't vote for KD.
Is this one of those situations? We squeeze another one, we're moving on. What we doing? Moving on. All right. On the other side, I talked about it.
Thanks for everybody who called in.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. The Jays, is there issue between Jalen and Jason? Right now, Steve DeSager getting you updated. Hey, Steve.
Hey there, the Cubs at Cardinals game and a rain delay at the start. Cleveland at Cincinnati has been rained out. They'll play a doubleheader on Tuesday. There was a brief delay with the White Sox game, which is now underway, and the White Sox already lead the Yankees 3-0, bottom of the first, against pitcher Max Fried. And the news from the Yankees today that outfielder Cody Bellinger is out 4 to 6 weeks with a grade 2 strained hamstring. The Yanks are second place in the AL East, 3 games behind the idle Rays. The Braves star outfielder Ronald Acuna was activated today after missing over a month and a half with a bad hamstring. He's playing tonight. Braves are tied at the Mets 3-3 in the bottom of the 5th. Max Scherzer returned from the IL, starting pitcher for the Blue Jays tonight on his 42nd birthday. He went 2 2/3, 1 run allowed, 75 pitches. And it's the Blue Jays leading 3-2 at Washington in the bottom of the 5th. The Phillies starter was Zach Wheeler at Miami against a Marlins team that's lost 12 in a row. Wheeler gave up 5 runs in his 3 innings. It's Marlins 5-4 over the Phillies now, top of the 6th. Orioles lead 8-5 at Detroit in the top of the 6th, and the Diamondbacks have a 2-1 lead at Pittsburgh in the bottom of the 6th inning. The Reds' Spencer Steer goes on the injured list, wrist injury, plays infield and outfield, and A's All-Star catcher Shea Langoliers will have knee surgery on Tuesday. He's likely out for the year with a torn meniscus. By the way, MLB's trade deadline is next Monday. Texas beat Seattle today 7-3. Jock Peterson with 2 early home runs. Tampa Bay Bucks defensive tackle Vita Vea has requested a trade after not getting a contract extension. Colts quarterback Daniel Jones says he'll practice fully this Wednesday after last year's torn Achilles. Indy wide receiver Alec Pierce starts camp on the PUP list after ankle surgery in March. Green Bay defensive lineman Micah Parsons is expected to go on the physically unable to perform list Tuesday after last year's torn ACL. Tight end Tucker Kraft went on the PUP list for the Packers today. Back to you.
Steve, thank you. Odd couple, Rob and Kelvin on a Magic City Monday. Oh, thank y'all for rocking with us. Appreciate it. Check us out on YouTube as well. Elijah's got us up looking good. Rob G, we've the Jaylen Brown saga kind of continues when you include Jason Tatum now, who maybe not took a shot at him a little bit.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. I would play you the audio, but it was filmed on a cell phone inside of a gymnasium with an echo that was so bad, unless you can see his mouth move, you don't know what he's saying.
Right.
But thankfully, because of the internet, we do have a transcription of what he said. So Jason Tatum was meeting with a basketball camp, a youth basketball camp, and they were asked about leadership, what he views in a great leader, what kind of message we want to bestow upon the next generation. Here's what he said, quote, "Being a leader doesn't mean you know it all, right? I don't know it all. I'll be the first person to say that. Being a leader is being comfortable with raising your hand like, I don't know. Can you explain that to me? I don't know X, Y, and Z. I want to learn. Being around somebody that feels like they know it all, I don't want to be around that person. I don't want to be the smartest man in the room. I want to learn from somebody else." That's important because, recall Colin Cowherd, amongst others, raised more than a few eyebrows when he said there's people around the NBA who said the Celtics' biggest issue, aside from his contract, with Jaylen Brown was that he carries himself like he is the smartest person in the room, and it rubbed people the wrong way. So people are saying JT took a shot at JB on his way out the door.
And he may have, if that's how you read it. But I think what I look at the broader picture of this, and I talked to you about this, Rob, is that Jason Tatum, he don't really say much. Rob, he didn't get any minute in the Olympics coming off a championship. Everybody else was mad for him. He didn't say much. Things have happened throughout his career, doesn't say much. Kind of just one of those guys that come to work, show up, take care of my kids, my lady, whatever, and that being that. And I think what sucks about this whole Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, the Celtics, and how it all happened is now the way it's been handled. Don't forget, Rob G., Jaylen Brown liking a thing on social media where they were talking about Vernon Maxwell. I believe it was Matt Barnes, if I'm not mistaken. Maxwell and Bomani Jones. I'm sorry, Matt. Shout out to Matt. Where they were saying essentially, yo, if that was your man, Jason Tatum, why didn't you stick up for Jaylen? Why didn't you storm down to the front office and say, hey, Jaylen Brown ain't going nowhere. He's supposed to be here. You put your neck out for him. They were saying if that was your man, you would have did that. Jaylen Brown liked that. And to me, I look at it as I said this. Why does Jason Tatum have to want to be with Jaylen Brown for the next 8-9 years again? Why can't they have had a thing that worked on the court? Couple of finals appearances, you won one, bunch of Eastern Conference finals. Both of you, of course, all-stars. You had a heck of a run together. Why do I have to? Maybe I don't want to play with you, and that doesn't have to be a bad thing. Maybe I'm ready to move on. You go your way, I go my way. It's no blood, no issue. I see you when I see you. It's all love. You heard what he said. It was favorable. Yo, we sent out the message to him. He said, man, it was great running when we came from young kids to winning a ring together. All love and respect. That's what he put out there for him. That's the only thing we heard from Jason Tatum.
So that's it for us after 3 years on the show?
No, why you say that?
Oh, okay.
I was saying they had an 8-9 year run. In 8 years.
I sat here thinking he was saying, like,
but I mean this. If me and you say in 5 or 6 years, and if they're like, hey, we're going to redo this thing, you guys want to do it, and you, let's say, obviously you'll be retired, but let's just say you weren't. If you're like, nah, you know what I mean? I want to, we had a good run. Dude, why does that have to be smoke? Like, you had a good run. They had, and specifically in sports, which is a much shorter career. Why does he have to be tied to Jaylen Brown? You get what I mean?
He doesn't have to be tied to him.
So then why do I have to jump out my way and act like maybe I don't want to be with you and I'm keeping it under wraps and being peaceful about it?
He could have said that, but the conversation was, and I get it, like the narrative and the conversation about the idea of Jaylen Brown, he's always about this whole narrative, and we know how smart he is and what school he went to and all that kind of stuff. But when a guy is kind of saying some of this stuff, no one says that you can't be smart or can't have a say or whatever. But I do understand the whole notion, like when you're right about everything, people like that, people don't want to be around people like that. And I don't know him personally. And it's just too much coming out. But again, I think you were right in saying it wasn't just that. It's the $60 million. You can't have both of them. So if you look at both, I'm serious. Both make $60 million. One guy is more acquiesced to the organization, what's going on, and the other guy has questions and maybe doesn't like the way everything runs. And then he comes out after they lose a 3-1 lead to Philadelphia and says this was, his favorite season.
Immediately. And jumping on the Twitch. Kelvin,
seriously.
It's a point when it's the
you're
headache.
the owner. Which guy would you pick? Which guy?
Right.
I'm serious.
I mean, and it shows a lot, too, because Jason Tatum is coming off the Achilles injury. So meaning he's probably the least healthy of the two.
Right.
But yet that's still the one they decide to go with. And Jason Tatum now is in this thing, Rob, where everything he says now, because you know what's going to happen as soon as the season starts rolling around. Hey, he said it, you just mentioned it. He said it was his best season, the one you didn't play and you were hurt. What did you think of that? Jason Tatum, man, I just want to hoop.
Right.
Jason Tatum, hey, now he's in Philly. He's going to use it personal with you. Jason Tatum, and I know he's like, man, and that's why I choose to stay out of it and stay quiet, yet and still here we are. And it reminds me too, Rob, when these things happen, from people we've paired together for 7, 8, 9, 10 years, you know what happens? You get Shaq and Kobe. They went to 4 NBA Finals, won 3 of them. You know what it was after that?
3 in a row.
Smoke. Kobe, tell me how my taste. And Kobe saying the fat dude wouldn't get in shape. They're beefed out, and obviously they rectified it, thank God, before he passed. But I'm using that example. Scottie Pippen and MJ, 6 straight they win 6, never lose. Thought they were buddies. Boy, Scottie Pippen looked for anything to throw him under the bus.
He's been all over the place. He's the greatest
I've ever had. Yep. It's LeBron. No, it ain't LeBron. It's Jordan. I don't like Jordan. Bump Jordan. Well, we were great. I don't know what Scottie's doing, but my point is you see what happens when you get guys together for a while, and then it just starts to people pick at it in the media, and they start to have issues.
He got a wife his age, and then he's got a girlfriend not his age. I'm just saying.
And then my ex-wife is with your son, and that's Dude, that was bad weird.
Crazy.
Was that was post Last Dance? They need to do a Last Dance part 2. Like I guess like Last Dance, they're gonna say one more dance.
I'll tell you this. Once you do that, you don't go back you don't revisit that. That's just leave it as is.
Yeah. I can't get a one more dance.
No. Let LeBron do his broken leg dance. Oh, I'm sorry.
But yeah, this is my point, bringing up the Shaq and Kobe, bringing up the Pippen and Jordan. Who else has had these guys who've been paired together and it ends bad and then it's beef? Because this is, to me, Rob, where we're going to start this. Stuff's going to start coming up. Because also in the report, Rob G, it said how since about 2024, they didn't really have a relationship, and that they were good on the court, but not off the court. They didn't really talk, and it got worse and worse.
But that's part of life. Everything is not like that. Everybody's not the same.
I told Rob G that you can work good together on air and don't have to be besties off it.
No. You don't want to be like, like Mike and the Mad Dog at the end of their radio show. Or
ready to throw hands.
Or Mike and Mike. You remember Rob G, Mike and Mike on ESPN. They didn't talk for like the last 2 or 3 years. So imagine us doing a show and we never, as soon as we get off the mic, we never have a conversation or never talk.
It gets weird. And
seriously,
if your ownership,
that's weird.
You're like, all right, how long do it? Because part of what makes shows great is chemistry, being able to have fun, roast each other, bring up stuff like, yo, man, you was in the text chain earlier today saying, and that's what makes shows great. But I just feel like I don't want this to get uglier where now everything, and Jason Tatum's got to start pulling out receipts. Well, he did this, he said that, and then he's got to pull, well, you did that, you didn't say that. I wanted to, just let those guys move on. They had a good run together, won a ring together, and let's just leave it be.
I remember, Rob G, were you with us in Vegas? And I'm not sure if you were, but me and Chris were going to watch a fight.
Mm-hmm.
And we walked from the hotel. Were you there, Rob G? And we walked together over to, our seats in the fight in the arena. And then the response from so many people were like, man, that's so awesome to see y'all together off the show. Like, people understand that. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, easily Chris could go, and then we'll meet you over there in the arena, and then we got to sit next to each other because that's where the seats are.
Right.
Or we can meet in the lobby, walk together. And people pick up on that.
Yeah.
So many people brought that up to us. Oh, it's good to see that y'all are cool off the show.
And shout out to them for being hip enough to know that ain't always the case. You know what I mean? Right. That ain't always the case. All right. More embarrassment down at UNC, the football team with Belichick and the crew. We'll tell you what it is. It's the Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin on the Magic City Monday, Fox Sports Radio.
All right.
Well, speaking of young kids,
yes,
the University of Georgia.
Pause.
They have. Wow. No, resume.
Alex
It's a different
sick.
story.
You're right,
It's a
resume.
different story. Okay.
So
University of Georgia has a
Is
roster
this political? I'm sorry.
with
Go ahead.
an average age of 19.81. That's interesting because in the days of the transfer portal and eighth-year seniors, having a team that averages in the 19s is unheard of at high-level college football.
Yeah.
And even still, Kirby Smart is telling people at the SEC Media Days, yeah, we're young, but it's not an excuse. We're going to be young every year because we still believe in high school model. I choose to retain. We think our investment is in our player is better than your investment in your player that I would get in the portal. So we keep thinking if we pour all of that money into our guys, our development is going to be better than taking a guy that's second, third, fourth year that somebody else developed. Long story short, Kirby Smart saying, bump the portal. I'm sticking with getting these 5-star kids out of high school.
Kirby Smart is being not so smart, Rob G, in the 2020s of our Lord and Savior, 2026. I get the sentiment. I love the sentiment. You know, that I wish that's how it was, where you can go get third, you can go get a linebacker or a cornerback or a receiver, and he realizes, shoot, I'm not going to start this year or two, but I'm going to stay at Alabama, I'm going to stay at Georgia, I'm going to stay at Michigan, Ohio State, grind through the year or two. Maybe I'll start by junior year, and you still make it to the pros. And that's how it was for eons, Rob, where guys came to these big universities knowing you didn't have to start your first year or two. You learned, you were in the program, you were in the system, you got better. And if you were a linebacker or a defensive player coming out of Alabama, I don't care if you finally didn't start to your senior year. You were getting drafted. If you were a receiver coming out of Ohio State, you're getting drafted. A defensive player out of Michigan, you catch my drift. In the current day, this is where it's set up with NIL, Rob. These young players want to get paid. They're getting paid in high school. They're living it up. They want to come to these universities already talking about, hey, what's the position? What y'all got for me? What's the plays for me? What are we designing for me? You're not? Okay, I'm going to go somewhere else where they are. And you got guys coming in, of course. They're going to different school after different school. And you just saw with Kurt Sagnetti bringing all these different kids in. And what did he do? The average age was older, and they won a national championship. What did Michigan basketball just do? Had a bunch of 22, 23-year-olds, and they won a national championship. And as comprised today, Kelvin Washington is not the biggest fan of it. I'm not. Because it's supposed to be amateur, not a bunch of dudes who really should be in the pro, but I'm going to stick around. Isms. It's supposed to be amateurism. But this is the current date in which we are, and I don't know if that way of playing football at Georgia, how you historically did it, is going to work. And that man has a lot of pressure on him. A lot of pressure because of the position he holds as head coach of Georgia. And a lot of people have expectations of national championship or bust, and it's been a few years. So I just think the way he's going about it is admirable. I get it. But I don't think it's going to work in this current day and age where guys are going to get, all right, let me go get a fully grown, developed 22-year-old versus a 17-and-a-half-year-old who just graduated who's not going to be able to do much, or an 18 or 19-year-old. I'm going to go get this grown-as-heck offensive lineman from somewhere in, Iowa or Midwest, and who's already fully developed, got a beard, and I'm going to go get this stud defensive lineman from California and this guy from Florida, and I'm going to have me a team full of the mercenaries ready to go win a championship. That's just where we are, Rob. It seems to be what's working not only in just college football, but also college basketball. And kudos to him for trying, but it doesn't seem so smart for Kirby Smart.
Yeah, but I think Kirby Smart also understands that everybody can't do it. Look at these schools going broke. It's not going to be something that everybody can do. Everybody's not going to have a team that has 24 and 5-year-olds or be Indiana. It sounds great. I hear what you're saying. But those could be one-offs. Like, seriously, like you went out and spent all this money. There's not going to be a handful of 25 and 6-year-olds every year. And he maybe says, we're going to build a team. We don't have that money. Look at all the schools struggling financially over this thing. Like
that's real.
People thought like, oh, yeah, this is a cash cow and it'll just continue. It ain't that way. There are issues, financial issues now, with going out and spending money. And everybody's not going to have Indiana money because Mark Cuban is an alum.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like, seriously. Mark Cuban helped fuel that in Indiana, right? You know that.
Right.
Does everybody have a Mark Cuban with a couple $1 billion? Seriously. To throw to their college? No. I'm not saying alumni don't have any money. But I don't know. And can Michigan, if I'm Michigan, I just won the basketball championship. Am I running that back? No, that's why the coach left. You're not running that back.
Hey, Steve.
Steve's like, how'd I get in this? Well, we just saying, hey, Steve, that's all, We be with you another hour.
Look at that black squirrel there in Detroit. Even the squirrels are black in Detroit.
That's got to be racist.
Well, Jamel Hill said it earlier. It's the blackest city in America. She ain't lying. It's the odd couple. Rob and Kelvin on a Magic City Monday. That's right. Truck and bus drivers are trained professionals, but the bigger the vehicle, the bigger the blind spots. Don't linger, pass with purpose, or give the vehicle space. Stay visible, stay safe. America's pros rely on you. Paid for by FMCSA, so make sure you're safe out there. Man, Rob G, some wildness happened again at UNC with Bill Belichick. And about, a week or so ago, maybe 2, we were having a conversation of how they were saying, he was like, man, all things point to better. We got better players. We're going to be good. We all said, it couldn't get any worse. And now, well, maybe a little bit.
Yeah, one of the things that Bill Belichick said that they have this season is a better culture, right? Well, I don't know how the culture's looking today because UNC football general manager Mike Lombardi, you remember him from the NFL, Fox Sports, The Athletic, has been placed on paid administrative leave by the university. The team announced it's effective immediately, but would not disclose any other details. And then later on in the day, The Athletic also reported that UNC has also been approached by the College Sports Commission about a potential investigation regarding Lombardi's actions, and the CSC is an enforcement body that looks into potential violations of NIL and revenue sharing rules. So we don't know if those are one single investigation or 2 separate investigations. Either way, not looking good for Mike Lombardi, Bill Belichick, and UNC.
I don't, Rob G, I question, NIL violation would be a leave of absence? I don't think so. You know what I mean? Like you got to.
They could be 2 different ones.
No,
that's what's tough.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Kelvin, does that make sense?
No,
like
could be.
Like you could be under investigation, but at NIL, I don't think they make people stop working. A leave of absence with pay is serious business to me.
No, without a doubt.
Something serious has happened.
And it's starting to seem like, Rob's, both of y'all, that, man, the whole, the idea of Patriot way, now the Tar Heel way is like, stuff ain't been a lot of drama around in a lot of those, like the structure, the hierarchy, if you will.
And it falls on Bill Belichick as well. These are his people, his hires, what's going on there.
Yeah.
The same way that if this thing had gotten turned around and was great,
you got all the credit.
You would get all the credit. Am I right? Like, it's not a one-way street.
And the best part about it, too, is the irony of Mr. No Distraction stays with the distraction now at this phase and point of his career. And then, and to me, at what point, Rob, both of y'all, like, it is just, what do you always say? You got, 3 more years, give or take, 3 when you retire, 3, 4, what is it?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. The point is, we do wonder at a certain point, does Bill Belichick need to just, you had a great run, bro.
No, I agree.
You had an incredible run, some
he's
controversy.
He's way older than me, right?
Yeah, he's like 74 or something, if I believe. But, you don't have to start a rebuild out of college. Or it's going to take time.
And you need to be careful, though, with the way people see you at the end, too.
100%. I mean, we just talked about now obviously he's going to get in the Hall of Fame.
Who was that? Rob G sent the picture of Bob Ryan. Oh, I'm sorry.
Man, yeah.
What?
You picked the wrong Rob.
I love Bob Ryan.
You picked the wrong Rob.
Are you kidding me?
It was the other Rob.
Boston Globe legend.
Again.
I'm glad he's still with us, by the way. Unlike you, Rob.
Well, what do you mean with this? Like working or like?
Just in general. Okay. I like everything about Bob Ryan. Rob
yeah.
I'm
just saying.
There's a certain look Rob doesn't like on
that's true.
television or on Zooms. And there's a certain age look and limit where Rob's
don't
like tap
old
out.
People do
Rob don't like old people.
I love the Golden Girls. How could I not like?
Because they were like 42.
Right.
We thought they were older. The mom was the youngest one, and she was like...
What's scary is, like, they're younger than I am right now.
They're like my age.
You know that? Like, they're younger. Ain't that crazy?
No, what's crazy is every time somebody reminds me I'm older than Uncle Phil, I'm like, no, okay, this is crazy.
Are you when he was doing the show?
Yeah, like, obviously maybe not the last season,
right,
but yeah, like when he was on... I'm like, no. And then you look at the
it's like seeing George Costanza, how old he was on Seinfeld. You're like, man, I'm older
like
than
36.
Yeah. Dude, look like he's 55.
Why was y'all looking so old, bro? Elijah, put up Rob Parker in high school, please.
What? No, I look young in high school.
No, you did. You look 32 with 2 kids and a 401k.
You look like you were running a company.
And you were 16.
Wow.
Why did y'all look so old back in the day?
Life was hard. We had to go outside. We had to earn our keep.
Actually, you might be right. Maybe people been pampered now.
I worked at a shoe store. I used to make I used to work 10 hours a week. There I am in high school.
First of all, Elijah, how did you
get
that
picture?
Fast? That's why you're goated.
Elijah, you are unbelievable. But I was in high school. I worked at a shoe store as a stock boy, and I used to bring home. I worked 10 hours a week and bring home $22.
Stop it.
And that was balling too.
And I had money to take a chick on a movie date, buy a couple of slices of pizza, a drink, pay for my subway fare.
Yep. Do you remember, Rob, how much was a movie back then?
Couple dollars.
Man.
Seriously.
Yeah, my day movie was $5.50.
Yeah, like $5 would get both of us in and popcorn.
Yeah. And they mop daily at the theater I was going to.
Oh, boy.
It's so sticky here. I don't know why.
See, somehow
Baby,
Elijah,
there's a real
take the
nice
camera
theater I
off me.
want to go with you.
That was Wilkes-Barre,
It's very
Pennsylvania.
clean.
It's a bad part of my life.
Okay.
Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania.
We're glad you're past it now.
Thank God.
Now that laugh sounded like he definitely frequented that place.
Well, I was laughing because my foot was stuck to the floor.
Oh my God, that man came out his whole shoe.
I'm so confused. It's so sticky.
Not you hopping out the theater with 1 foot, shoe left. It's the Odd Couple. You know what time it is. It's your boys.
Let's get it. The Odd Couple is fun.
Check.
And informative.
Check.
What's up, America? You want to talk sports with 1.5 of the best-looking guys in the game?
That game was incredible.
You are wrong. You'll be king of the water cooler.
What's it like working with Rob? Rob in his mind is like Chris Rock mixed with Richard Pryor, so I'm running out of fake laughs. Ha ha, Rob. Rob is very passionate.
Son, you ain't ready for this. I don't have BS in my game. I'm straightforward. I'm honest. You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. And of course, it doesn't hurt that I'm right most of the time. Kelvin is the nice guy, wants to make everybody feel warm and fuzzy.
You done? Let me tell you the truth. I bring the energy, a youthful energy. Rob's not gonna see this, is he? And I bring an honest opinion. Michael Jordan, I can't take it anymore. I need a break. I'm gonna go play baseball.
Trash Talking Tuesday is the best.
It's a great opportunity for folks to call in and they get to trash whomever.
Who you trashing, Roger?
I'm trashing LeBron James and Michael Jordan.
Oh, okay.
They can't even hold Wilt Chamberlain's shoes.
Stop talking about the king like that. It's a new era. Let LeBron be the best, please.
I only recognize one king in the United States, and that's Burger King. The connection with the Odd Couple audience is incredible. We really invite them in.
And they can relate, whether it be things about our own personal lives or our takes on sports.
Love you guys. You guys are killing it.
Hey, we appreciate you. Thank you for rocking with your boys. They feel like it's just my guys, just my friends, and they join right in on the show.
We talk with the listeners, not at them.
Obviously, you can listen to us live, but you can still check out the podcast. You can check out our YouTube. You can check us out on social media. So in any way you want to get it, you can get it.
Yes.
There's some yelling. It is some hot takes. It's a whole lot of fun. I'll give you that.
It is fun. I agree. Begrudgingly.
The Odd Couple.
Sports talk that's too good and too fun.
Something
Ball game rained out in the major leagues tonight. Cleveland at Cincinnati. They'll play a doubleheader on Tuesday. Cubs at Cardinals in a rain delay at the start. They hope to begin in about a half an hour. Rain delay at the start for the White Sox, but they're now up 3-0 on the Yankees, top of the third, getting 3 in the opening inning against New York's Max Fried. Outfielder Cody Bellinger of the Yanks is out 4 to 6 weeks with a grade 2 strained hamstring. A's all-star catcher Shea Langoliers could be out for the year. He'll have knee surgery on Tuesday. Pitcher Max Scherzer returned from the IL to start for the Blue Jays tonight on his 42nd birthday. He threw 75 pitches in 2 2/3 innings, 1 run allowed, and the Blue Jays are leading at Washington 3-2 in the bottom of the 7th. The Mets have retaken the lead on the Braves 5-3, bottom of the 7th. Phillies are now up at the Marlins 6-5, top of the 8th. Marlins have lost 12 in a row. Texas beat Seattle today. I'm Steve DeSager.
I've been covering this league since 1987.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Hour number 3? Already?
Number 3. Already.
Wow. I'm telling you, trying to eat barbecue chicken during a break is not easy.
Oh, God.
Wait, that was barbecue chicken? I thought it was ribs.
No, you got a tissue for me?
Hey, whoa, hold on. Alex, kill the music. Is tomorrow wing day, Rob?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Is that tomorrow?
You did say Tuesday.
Is that tomorrow, Rob?
Raise your hand or say aye if you believe it's happening.
Just tell me you want 10. What flavor?
Wait, how'd you get to 10? He was 25.
You guys don't want 20.
We got families to feed. He got a lady. We got kids. And
I thought it was a 10
Steve
piece.
might want some too.
20. You want me to really bring in 100 wings? Yes.
Look at Rob G. Yes.
Rob G yelled it in here.
I heard him all the way in
yes.
here. I heard him all the way in here.
100 wings?
What kind of question is that, Rob?
I ain't gonna lie, because you know good
expect
well.
me to honor a bet that I made? What?
You
what
beat
is
me
that?
to it, Rob G. You know what the Rob G the equivalent is? Man, I really got to bring you Jordans. I can't bring you some Keds or some British Knights or something. I can't bring you some Nike Cortez.
Well, we bet Jordans.
You bet 100 wings.
I didn't bet you guys, but all right, I'll bring them in.
Oh,
what kind of wings? Does it matter?
Rob, we've gone over this at least 42 times.
It better not be Rouse. Please not Rouse.
We don't want Ralph's. We don't want Pavilions.
No.
Help me out. Who else am I missing? We don't want Vons.
Give him the 3 again. You said the 3 places.
We either have Wingstop, Buffalo Wild Wings, or who did I say?
The only problem is I'm worried because I'd have to go to like 9 different 7-Elevens to get 100 wings.
See, there you go.
Stop, Rob.
Who else is the good wing spot out here that we can deal? We'll tolerate. We'll say, all right, that's good.
We'll take B-Dubs and Wingstop.
Oh,
B-Dubs across the street. Wingstop is down the street.
So expensive. All right, it's going to cost me a lot of money. That means one of my kids can't go to college.
No.
Don't be claiming kids when you need to for tax purposes and not paying bets. Don't be claiming them kids now. She been trying to tell you for 25 years it's your kid. You ain't listening. Now you want to claim
happy. I'm not going to get a 2-for-1 at Magic City now.
Hey, maybe they got a deal. Maybe you order 2 50-piece wings. You can get them for how much, Alex? Maybe you can get them for this.
29 or 250.
Now, if it's 29, 2 for $50, I'm with it. All right, I'm gonna talk to the manager over at Buffalo Wild Wings. Maybe they could swing me a deal or something.
Why you can't just buy him though? Because like when I buy you the stuff that I lose, I just buy. I say, hey man,
I know you too.
Alex, how much? Can you look it up? How much 100 wings cost?
I'll look it up. I can see Rob going over there like, hey, you remember me, Rob Parker, FS1. I'm also a Fox Sports Radio. And,
you don't even know how many times we're going to mention you on air.
Listen, I'm working on something. I'll get you involved, but right now I owe a bet. Can you help me out on the 100 wings? I can see it. Rob will smooze him.
I'm hurting right now. We talk about you guys all the time.
So nobody else can get wings, or are you guys going to eat 25 each? Or
well, we're just saying bring it.
We'll decide.
Yeah, we'll decide.
We'll figure it out from there.
So I can't get 10 flat? Can I cut into that?
Why on earth would you get to participate in this, Rob?
Rob,
you better get 110 wings.
Rob G, he didn't let me wear the Jordans for one day.
Yeah.
Can I wear the Jordans for the
you
weekend?
can't wear my sneakers. No.
I don't even remember which ones I bought you.
I'm looking at prices right now, Rob.
All right, well, yeah, report back, Alex.
All right, and we do want to send a best wishes and farewell to our girl,
Miss Mary.
Mary.
Who?
Don't do that. She's still.
I'm
don't
sorry.
do that.
You got it?
I did. I looked it up.
What's our Mary? You got it?
Mary.
Oh, I don't have
Oh, you don't have that.
I don't have that. Come on now.
Mary, why you bugging? Yes. We'll miss Mary.
One time for Mary, man. She was great. Great personality.
We're the only place we're hemorrhaging more jobs than anybody.
I ain't gonna lie.
Am I right?
What's going on? Every week we're hitting with a. And by the way, we got to say all the best wishes to so and so and
I'm tired of signing cards.
Yeah, and everybody ain't Bree. Boomerang Bree coming right back.
Boomer Bree.
Boomer Bree.
She came right back.
She did.
All right.
Shout out to Mary Mack. One time, all love. Wishing you all the best, and go keep doing big things, Mary.
All right. Rob G, with the LeBron announcement, there was also some pushback on one Mr. Charles Barkley.
Man, it sure was terrible.
Terrible, and really bad. No, Charles Barkley, friend of the show, on Friday after the LeBron news broke that he was taking his talents to the Philadelphia 76ers on a 2-year veteran minimums contract, jumped on with Stephen A. Smith, another friend of the show, to discuss his biggest issue with the Kings' latest decision. Take a listen.
Well, I think, number one, it would be incredible. But the number one knock on LeBron for older guys like myself has always been, yo, man, you always stacking your team. He stacked it in Miami. He stacked it in Cleveland. He stacked it in L.A. Now he's stacking it in Philly. So that, to me, I'm going to still have the same criticism I've always had. He's always stacked his team.
My only thing about this, like, I'm not going to act like his teams haven't had some talent, but, Rob, you've been covering the league for years. Every team that wins historically has had a bunch of talent. And I look at it like this. When you talk about, I brought up earlier, we were having a conversation about, you look at Magic Johnson. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar had won in Milwaukee, but then it was struggling, winning, playing very well himself. But then he gets Magic, and then they eventually will get James Worthy, and they would go on a run and win some more rings. You get Bird, who ends up on the Celtics, one of the iconic teams of the NBA. You get Kevin McHale, you get Robert Parrish. You have, of course, Red Auerbach doing great things, and all of a sudden you're winning, and you kind of create the history and the legend of Larry Bird. And my thing is, when I look at what LeBron coming into the league, Cleveland obviously had the number one pick for a reason. They were bad, and they would continue to get bad. They didn't have pieces around them. And then as we start to yell, well, you ain't got no rings, you ain't nothing. So I admit, going to Miami was where he said, hey, let's go form a team right there. Me, you, Wade, and Bosh, whatever, let's go form this team. But after that, I do think we're overselling the idea of the stacked team. You go back to a Cleveland team, which a young Kyrie, who they weren't doing anything, and Kevin Love,
Kyrie was his first overall pick. Come on, man, that's not making.
And they weren't winning. No, I'm not.
If they didn't have Kyrie, he wouldn't have gone back to Cleveland.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm saying, but the idea that he's just going on like the difference between a Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant went to a team that already won a championship, a team that already was
They had a
Kyrie's
young team here in L.A. with a lot of young pieces, and LeBron.
How was that stacked though? I'm really asking.
But he didn't wait. He wanted to go get that. Let's go get Anthony Davis. Let's go do this. Let's go do that.
Right. And
That's what I'm saying.
What I'm saying is he made some moves to get a better team, but I'm saying too, coming into it where everybody doesn't have the luxury. Kobe Bryant was, let's just say, drafted by the Lakers. We know it was Charlotte they traded, but basically drafted by the Lakers. You have Shaq already there. Within a couple years, Phil Jackson, and then they start to build around. And you guys have an amazing team, but I'm just simply saying everybody doesn't come into an ideal situation, Tim Duncan. I come in, you got David Admiral, then you all of a sudden you got
But he
Pop.
had the Admiral there. Very seldom do you have a player of that ilk and you get the number one pick.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. LeBron didn't walk into that. He walked in to go dragging a team to the finals with Booby Gibson.
Stop. They won. Rob G, can you look how many games they won that year? Can you stop? They make it like the team was. They won 60 games.
Have you heard Booby himself talk about
yes,
it? He said himself. I don't know how this man dragged us there.
How they won 60 games? How they won 60 games?
His name is LeBron James?
No, well, so what? So he won 60. Would you have if they had won that championship, would you have not counted it because they weren't that good?
No, I would have. It would have been an extreme example of how great he was.
It's just ridiculous.
At 22 years old.
They got to the finals, they got swept, and you got to come up with a reason.
No, I'm saying the 22-year-old dragged that team. You know, come on, Rob. That team wasn't. That team was not a great team.
Does it count as a loss or not?
Yes, absolutely. But what I'm saying is the idea, and then for specifically Charles Barkley, too. Charles Barkley, again, you come in to Philly with Dr. J, with Moses Malone, with guys on your team. Y'all don't, produce. Obviously, you don't win. They had won in 83. They don't win with you. Then you go to Phoenix, where, again, they have Kevin Johnson. They have Dan Marley. They have a bunch of other great pieces around there. You have an MVP season. You get to finals. You run into Mike. Then you go to Houston, where they had already won a couple. You said, let me jump on there and see if I can go get me a ring.
That wasn't the same.
But I'm saying he did the same thing at a younger age and still prime. So the idea that what was LeBron supposed to do? Go play with the Utah Jazz? Like, I'm going to go play with a good team.
Play for the Utah Jazz is that this has been LeBron's MO, is that whenever he loses, he doesn't have enough. This has been the whole thing. Oh, LeBron's got to go, but you got to go get him players. It's not fair to have him play without whatever. The Lakers, if he would have come here with the young guys that they had, and they had some really good young players, right? They could have kept. I remember when Kyle Kuzma was on the do not trade list. And who else am I thinking who went to Toronto?
Well, they had Jordan Clarkson, they had Brandon Ingram, they had
Brandon Ingram is the one I'm thinking about.
What's your boy Lonzo?
Right, they had this was supposed to be this team they're going to develop. They finally got some young players. LeBron comes right away after they don't make the play. He don't want to be here. He don't want to wait for anybody to develop. And then
but that's common in a lot of teams, even in the NFL. Like, that's common where a star guy, I'm not about to go to the rebuild.
But it would have been something if you would have been able to make that happen.
What star guy goes somewhere to rebuild with a bunch of, mind you, these ain't even 22, 23-year-olds.
When he came to LA, he knew what the team was.
And my
point knew what the team was.
Right.
Why'd he come here? Because he wanted to be a 6'8" Kevin Hart. That's why he came here.
And there's... Hey, Kevin Hart is crazy. And there's assets to be moved. My point is this dude is chasing, let's say, ghosts in a sense, Michael Jordan. I'm not coming here to sit here for 4, 5, 6 years with a bunch of guys. It's not like this was my team where, all right, I'm here already. We could roll together. I think the
criticism of LeBron is fair.
I don't mind the criticism, but the idea that every situation was stacked, that's the part I push back on.
That's the nature of LeBron, is that it has to be instead of, maybe it's not that great. Maybe it's a team where you have to build it yourself and you get the right. Milwaukee wasn't stacked when Giannis won his championship there.
But he was right. He was drafted there. They eventually made some pieces.
But it wasn't stacked. Nobody looked at it. Chris Middleton was a second round pick.
Pistons should have kept him.
That was his number. That was his number 2 guy. It's a second round pick that the Pistons gave up on.
I mean, you had Drew Holiday. You had some people there. I'm not disagreeing with that.
But who was the number 2 guy? Was Chris?
And let me add to this, Rob.
Chris with a K.
Prime LeBron, say 2000, 6 or 7-ish to basically 2020, if you will. Where will he have gone to a relatively good team? Meaning, no, Wack, who's going to go to some? Why would I go somewhere, Wack, where they wouldn't all of a sudden be stacked because of him? You get what I'm saying? If I have LeBron and he goes and joins, let's say the Lob City Clippers.
If he joins
the War, if he joined Kobe,
it could have been one time, like with the Lakers and those young guys. Let it play out for 3 years. See if any of these guys can develop. Brandon Ingram and some of these other players. And then you could be like, wow, LeBron was here. He nurtured these guys, got them to learn how to win or whatever. And people would have, that's a good story. I'm not saying
but he can't be
every
competing
single
for
time.
Good stories.
He had already won a couple, but at that point, 2 championships? How many?
3.
He had already won, and won like he hadn't won. I get it if you hadn't won and you're starting to get the years on, and then you don't want to be a part of a rebuild. He came with 3 championships.
But the goalpost can't move. For him, it ain't like he can't come here and be like, well, I can sit here for 4 or 5 years while these 19-year-olds develop.
Nobody said 4 or 5 years.
It took a year, and then the next year they get AD and they win a championship. But my point is he's competing against all-time greats. That's where he's trying to mark. I can't wait for these young guys at 33, 34 years old, whatever he was.
I think it's a fair criticism of LeBron. I do. I just think that's how he's always going to be labeled, and because of going to Miami and stacking his team there, and those are 2 of his 4 championships.
Right, I'll give you the Miami, and I think Miami was an indictment.
2 of the 4 are there, and they didn't do anything special like people thought. Like if they would have been able to win 3 in a row, then they put them in rarefied air, and you say because so few guys have done that. Would you agree?
Right, but I go back even with Barkley. Like he didn't go to he goes to Phoenix with veterans and very good players and all-stars so that obviously you have a good chance. You go to Houston with a team that already won so you have a good chance. And that's the only part I'm like I'm looking at the hypocrisy. I'm like, Chuck, you literally did that. Like am I missing something?
Yeah, Chuck hadn't won a championship at that point and was getting older compared to LeBron. That's the big difference.
Rob G.
So my question would be would it be a different discussion for both of you then? If as soon as LeBron made a decision to leave Cleveland the first time to Miami, joined up with his 2 friends, and then just rode it out from there, is it a different conversation because he's jumped from one All-NBA trio to another All-NBA trio to the best big man in the league, and now to another quartet?
I think that's a fair question. And I think I'm going to tell you why. Sans not for this, I think he may have. Or for the most part. Maybe he leaves 10 years later from you know what I mean? Maybe when he gets old. I think the big part was him literally being born and raised in Northeast Ohio, right outside of Cleveland and Akron. That burden of I was the one that was supposed to win one. And I think that would have always – you can substitute Miami with the Lakers, and he went there for 4 or 5 years. He would have always come back to Cleveland wanting to win one in his prime because for him I think it would have invalidated his career had I not done it where I'm from. Like the chips align. They get the number 1 pick. I'm the number 1 pick in the city, right outside where I'm from. So I think he was always going back to Cleveland because he would not have been able to retire happy had I not done that.
So then it's the other 2 stops then that makes
that people are upset. I can understand that. But I just don't – I think we oversell the stat team part of it to me. Like KD went to the Warriors who won 73 games. You can say that.
KD took it to a whole nother
He took it – like I get it. I'm not saying LeBron went to bad teams.
And the other thing with KD's part is that they begged him to come. Like
they did?
They begged
Draymond
him.
Made no bones about it.
They begged him.
Which he ain't made bones about LeBron. Draymond, let me tell you, Draymond for all the pride and he'll punch you, he'll step on you. Draymond is one person who doesn't mind putting pride to his side to get somebody on his team.
All right, 877-99 on Fox. Is Charles Barkley wrong about LeBron?
I would say more even hypocritical.
Every team he goes to stacked or just because he's on the squad? It is The Odd Couple, where we deliver insight, not noise, and we want to hear from you. We value your opinion. Call up. This is a radio show, not some lame podcast.
That's right. Well, we honor our bet and get wings in the building. Did I take it too far?
Oh, they took it too far. I don't know about that. 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369.
Lemon Rub.
We want to hear from you, Rub. What?
I'm at the hold up. I'm at Louisiana Rub. That got a little carried
Rob,
away.
I do have the update on the price for you.
We'll get that too.
All right, coming up.
Yeah.
I'm all
Keep your excitement, baby. It's a radio show. Tell her, Rob.
877-99 on Fox. And you know what you need to do? Rub and stay. I mean, stick and stay. I was talking about the wing.
Hey, yo.
All 3 of those going together was crazy.
Talking about the wing.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, all right. Get us out of here.
Pause.
Elijah.
Resume.
Throw the pause up.
Stick and stay?
Stick and stay.
Especially if you want to hear how much it's going to cost Rob Parker to feed the fam tomorrow on the US of A.
I'm not happy.
Big news in the NBA. We talked about earlier in the show. Victor Wembanyama, the cover boy of the latest the NBA 2K27. And that's interesting because he spoke to The Athletic about the honor, and he spoke to him about a number of things. One of the things he talked about was taking that $50 million haircut with the Spurs. And the reason he said is, quote, the reality of today's NBA is that often the potential of teams is not fulfilled because of money. And I just don't want to make sure that it never our case in San Antonio. That dovetails off of something that happened on Monday, where the Oklahoma City Thunder completed their roster purge by giving away a third player for nothing, just for financial purposes. So you have OKC, the reigning champs from a year ago, dumping 3 players. Victor Wembanyama, arguably, if not the greatest, one of the greatest players in the league right now, taking a $50 million haircut, all in the name of dollars and cents, but doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I personally, Rob, and I'm going to agree with something that I know you're going to get to because we've talked about this a million times, you and I. I hate that the position that the players put themselves in by the way they have the current CBA, right, where they agreed to the second apron thing and they agreed to this where it ended up, handicapping themselves to an extent because now you have players, as Rob G just mentioned, as great as Wemby, having to make these tough decisions. And I hate what it does to teams like the Thunder and Sam Presti, who's been phenomenal in this market where you don't always get the big free agents, where you have to draft well, done that. I got to trade well, got SGA, right? I gave up Paul George for SGA. You got a great free agency. You got to piece this thing together like a puzzle. And when you're masterful at it, well, you're hurt by it. You get hurt by your own success because you drafted well. Now you got great guys like J-Dub, and you did a great trade for SGA, and you got Chet and all these guys and great ancillary pieces around you. And now it's like you're penalized for that. Like, wait, dude, what you want? I'm in a city where people don't want to come. Nobody wants to go to Oklahoma City. So I'm doing my job. I'm studying. I'm scouting. I'm doing everything right, putting pieces together, getting guys at jail, getting guys that buy into the same types of chemistry, and I being hurt by that. You look at the Spurs and R.C. Buford and the same thing he's been able to do, and these organizations that do it well, that do it right, and it seems like the league is now penalizing them. You get like a 2-3 year window. That's it. You got 2-3 years, you better get it, and that's why it's going to be difficult to get repeats, right, and get multiples because guys got to leave because I want to get paid. Well, I can't pay you, but I can pay you. And gone are the days of kind of the Warriors where their style was, all right, we're going to keep our guys, we're going to pay them, but we're going to pay an insane amount of luxury tax. Well, you can't do that quite the same anymore. So, Rob, I just think it hurts the team, and we talk about it all the time. The players signed in on this. They signed off. And now here we are where it's hurting them. They can't get all the money, and it's fracturing relationships, right? You get a Jalen Duren. Well, we're not going to pay you. Well, I got to go here. Well, I can't go there. And then you get weird where you got to make decisions. And we obviously talked about the Celtics with Jaylen Brown where we got to make financial decisions, and we don't want to do it this, but we can't stick around. We can't pay you, but we can't pay you. And I just think it ended up backfiring. I know Adam Silver said he enjoys it, but to me, it's crippling teams that doing business right. Right? I'm doing it right. I'm scouting, and I'm getting good college players. I'm doing it right. I'm getting free agency that guys that maybe other teams weren't thinking about. I'm making trades that other teams would never do. They laughed at us for a year or two, but now look how it's paying off and it's paying dividends, and I just think it's making it more difficult, and it's almost like you become a victim of your own success, and it backfires.
But where OKC won a championship, okay? The Spurs and Wemby's first run in the playoffs went to the finals. I don't know if people, and the idea that 2 players, right, like the Celtics, 2 players should take up 70% of the salary. It's business-wise, it doesn't make sense, okay? So the argument about having a salary cap is something else. The Warriors had restrictions, but guess what? They were willing to pay ridiculous luxury tax to keep. So they said, we don't care. F the luxury tax, we'll pay it, and that's what they did. You know where I am on salary caps. I don't think that they're necessary. I think you should just do good business, right? Business. I'm not going to spend more money than I'm taking in or putting myself out there. You could take a risk or a chance, but you have to be financially responsible. There are people who spend a lot of money and they don't win. The Mets, I could go on different teams, or spend a lot of money does not mean you're going to win anything. All I'm saying is, when it comes to the NBA, I don't know the idea of these contracts that they're giving people on $70 million, $60 million. It's just not sustainable. I don't know what else the NBA. It's not. Well, 2 players take up 70% of the cap. Like there's no way you can't pay everybody.
Couple Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a Magic City Monday. Been a good show thus far. Hey, we got Don Bell, my man Don Bell, CBS Philadelphia sports director and anchor, going to join us in about 5 minutes or so, plus last call coming up as well.
Who booked Don Bell? Was that you or Rob G?
Rob G.
It's funny.
I mentioned it though.
Oh, did you mention it?
Yeah, I get a little hockey. I get an assist. I said we should get Don on. You know Don, that's the guy. We'll see him in. I
just sent him this picture. I found this today.
Not knowing that we was going to be on. Oh, look at that.
And he said something like, "Oh, I'm going to talk to you all tonight." And I didn't know. I was like,
shout out to Don, man. Good dude. Good brother.
I saw him at the All-Star game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, in Philly.
By the way, stream us live wherever you happen to be. Use the iHeart app. All you got to do is download it. If you don't have it, you can catch on to all your favorite Fox Sports Radio shows live 24/7 in the new and improved iHeart app. Just download it. Get the Fox Sports Radio in there. Stream us live all day, every day. Select Fox Sports Radio as one of your presets. That way we'll jump right at the top of the screen for you. So go do that.
K-Dot.
All right. Should
we tell Rob real quick how much
it's
going to cost him?
right. 877-99 on Fox. We'll get to your calls about LeBron and Charles Barkley comments about teams being stacked. What you got, Rob?
I found you the best deal I could find.
Uh-oh.
You ready? This is going to be 100 wings. Comes with fries, veggies, comes with dips, everything. And this is the cheapest one I could find for you. You ready, Rob?
He about to pass out.
It's $132.
And where's that at?
This is Wingstop.
So it's
the cheapest I could find.
Not bad. You got 100 wings and fries.
Rob, I'm telling you.
But wait a minute. What? And Buffalo Wild Wings is more?
Oh gosh, Rob G found a 40-piece for
it was 180 for 100 wings.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
180.
I'm saving you $50.
They gotta relax.
This is the cheapest I could find.
Right. Remember when they used to be 25 cents on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wild Wings? When I was in college, we used to tear them joints up.
No doubt.
All right,
here we go. Let's go to Dre in Michigan. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Dre? How are you?
They about to light me up, Rob.
What's going on, fellas? Y'all good?
We good.
That's what's up. I think Charles Barkley being a little hypocritical because you think of the fact the same thing. He did the same thing when he went to Houston. Now, you could say he didn't win a championship, but I think LeBron does most of what he does is because he saw how the yesteryear stars were treated because they didn't have a chip.
That's a great point.
But he already has 4. He had 3 before he started bopping around. Like, seriously.
You're talking about the first one going to Miami.
When you play, you only got a finite time to play this game. So if he went to somewhere else and took the money, they'd be like, well, what does he need the money for? He was already a billionaire. If you go play for a team, and they like to say that.
No, you could go back home, Dre. You go back to Cleveland and tie a bow on your career.
Dan Gilbert, you know how I feel about that.
Here's the thing, but why does he have to do it to complete our story the way we want it? Let that man do it the way he wants to.
He can do whatever he wants. I can still say that it's the wrong thing to do. How's that?
That's true,
I agree.
But what I'm saying is, but before he went there, nobody was saying Philly was coming out the East or they was going to win the championship.
I said the same thing to Rob G.
He makes the team stack. Because what was
no, he does not. People would like that team without him. I'm telling you.
They would like him, but they wouldn't.
And now the people in Philadelphia, now that they find out he's going to live in New York, he won't even live in Philly. I wouldn't even, as a fan, I'd be disgusted.
No, you wouldn't.
I would throw
not
a
when they start off like the 25-5 the first 30 games.
It don't matter.
Shout out to you, Dre.
Darren in Nashville, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Darren?
Man, my good people, I got a question. So if it took D-Wade for him to win a championship, and that was D-Wade's team. How did he build that team if they came together as a mutual agreement?
Because he went to Miami. D-Wade didn't go to Cleveland to join him.
Okay,
that's
but you
how.
Can't say that but you can't say he stacked it if it was a mutual agreement. Then
but it's the same thing. It wasn't just him and D-Wade. They also dismantled Toronto by taking another star.
Okay, so at the age of 42, that makes Philly stacked, and he built the team, but he wasn't interested in Philly until after they got Jaylen Brown.
Why did he ask the Knicks? Oh, they're interested. Can you answer that question? If he's not, they just won the championship. He went to the Knicks first. They said thank you, but no thank you.
That's alleged.
No. Hold on. That's because, if I'm not mistaken, he said if they hadn't won the championship, that's where he was going to go. But they won the championship.
No, that's not what the Knicks people are saying in New York. That he approached them.
Come on, when did the Knicks people ever told the truth?
Oh, come on. Okay.
Hey, man, these are some brilliant calls, Rob.
No, these are LeBron
These are brilliant calls. Rob G, keep going with the calls. These are you are the smartest listeners.
Terrible.
Now, I might feel differently y'all tomorrow, but dang it for today, y'all are on fire.
All right, one last one. We're going to squeeze Dion.
No, Rob G said we done.
Are we done? I'm sorry.
I'm just talking. Go get Dion. Are we done? I don't know. I was teasing.
Dion in Texas, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Dion?
Come on, Dion. 3 for 3 me.
Y'all had a good weekend.
Come on, Dion.
As far as the stacked teams, I want to just make 2 quick points. First of all, he's never been traded. And a lot of times when you are traded, you give up assets. So he's been able to go to teams that's been able to kind of keep their core together. Now let's talk about the core that he went to in L.A. They had, what's this boy's name? Lonzo Ball, Josh Hart, and Brandon Ingram. Those guys are, they had to give those guys up to get AD. That's a good trade. That's not a stacked team. And also, when he went to Cleveland from Miami, Kyrie Irving, the only thing he gave them was 3 lottery picks because they suck so bad. So how is that stacked, So
Kyrie was the first overall pick. AD was the first overall pick.
Michael Olowokandi was the first overall pick.
Come on, Dion, stop that. Stop.
AD or Kyrie.
That's why he went there. He didn't go somewhere else with other guys. Come on,
Don't berate these amazing callers, Rob.
Dion, get off this line. And you get no wings tomorrow, Dion. How's that?
Hey,
he's in Texas.
Rob G, man, listen. What amazing calls they were. Hey, we appreciate it. Don Bell on the other side. What are you?
I want to hear Steve's update. The Yankees White Sox.
What they doing? Oh, it was a good one. What's been happening, Steve?
And also the Phillies, what's going on right now. They got their closer on bottom of the 9th at Miami.
They were down big too, right? Yeah.
Zach Wheeler was the starter, gave up 5 runs in his 3 innings. Philly was down 5-2. It's now Philadelphia 7-5 at Miami in the bottom of the 9th. The closer, Joan Duran, with an ERA of 1.29 is on. And it's bases loaded against him with no outs in the bottom of the 9th. A chance for the Marlins to come back and end the losing streak tonight. We shall see. The Yankees, after a rain delay at the start at the White Sox, had Max Fried on the mound. He gave up 3 in the first. Yankees have come back for a 4-3 lead at the White Sox in the bottom of the 4th inning. The Cleveland at Cincinnati game was rained out. They'll play a doubleheader on Tuesday. Cubs at Cardinals after a rain delay is just about to start. The Mets now lead the Braves 9-3 in the bottom of the 8th. Max Scherzer was the starting pitcher for the Blue Jays tonight on his 42nd birthday, just off the IL. He went 2 2/3 innings, 1 run allowed, 75 pitches. Blue Jays still lead at Washington 3-2 in the bottom of the 9th. The Orioles lead at Detroit 8-5, bottom of the 9th. Top of the 10th at Pittsburgh, Pirates and Diamondbacks tied 2-2. There are late games about to start, 3 of them. That's Astros at Angels, Boston at the A's, Brewers at Giants. As far as the A's, all-star catcher Shea Langoliers will have knee surgery on Tuesday. He's likely out for the year. Cubs pitcher Jamison Tyone was designated for assignment. Yankees outfielder Cody Bellinger out 4 to 6 weeks with a grade 2 strained hamstring. Juan Soto of the Mets is out with a grade 2 strained calf. Outfielder Ronald Acuna played for the Braves tonight after missing over a month and a half with a hamstring injury. Texas beat Seattle 7-3 today. The MLB trade deadline is next Monday. To the NFL, the Tampa Bay Bucks Vita Vea, defensive tackle, has requested a trade after not getting a contract extension. The Packers placed tight end Tucker Kraft on the PUP list. Green Bay defensive lineman Micah Parsons is expected to go on that physically unable to perform list on Tuesday. The Dolphins signed defensive end Cleveland Farrell and linebacker and safety veteran Jamal Adams signing with Minnesota. Back to you.
Steve, thank you. Have a great night. It's the Odd Couple. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a Magic City Monday. Oh, joined by our man, Don Bell, CBS Philadelphia sports director and anchor. Don, what up, bro?
Don!
Did you say a magic what?
But listen, man, you a married man and a man of the cloth, so ignore this.
It's a Magic City Monday.
I'm playing.
Yeah.
Wow.
He clearly went in a text group because he don't know about
You got a
things.
tissue for me?
We'll tell you about that a little bit later, Don.
Don, are you kidding? Back in the old days on my radio show in Detroit, we used to have Ass Slapping Monday. So we went from that to Magic City Monday.
Yeah, Don, I'm sorry.
Wow, I didn't know I needed some bills for this interview.
Yeah, listen, Don, you never know with Rob, man. And we'll be out there in Atlanta. You going to be in Atlanta too?
ATL, you know what? I'm not this year. The wife is, but I'm skipping this one.
Rob G.
How could you
Rob
not
G,
go
hang
to
up
Atlanta?
on him.
I know.
Hang up
Atlanta.
on him.
Wow. All right.
Right? Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see your lovely wife out there. She's amazing as well. All right, let's get to this, Don, man. You guys are out there working. Things are great. You get Jaylen Brown. The city has to be excited about that. Then, bam, you get LeBron. What was that like?
Absolutely insane. Listen, it's funny because here in Philly, this has been the sports epicenter, really, of the country this year, right? We had the World Cup, we had the PGA Championship, the NCAA tournament, what else do we have? The All-Star game. And this LeBron news trumped all of that. If you lived here, you would take all of that stuff, you bundle it up, and you throw it in the trash for what we experienced on Friday. It was that ridiculous. I'm sure you guys have seen some of the social media videos.
Oh, yeah.
Amazon drivers going down the street, yelling at the window, "We got Bron!" I mean, it was insanity.
Well, what about all the Philly fans that had to go scrub their social media, all the ripping of LeBron over the last 10, 12 years?
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, it's crazy. You know what? Here's the thing. I think that this city loves really hard, but also hates harder. So, those people are breaking their necks either with an about face or just digging in. I mean, there's some people who are just like, I don't like LeBron, and I'll have to find a way to cheer for the team in spite of him and this, that, and the other. And I honestly, I just don't get it. I don't understand it at all.
Well, let me say this, Don. If I'm a Philly fan, I'm pissed if I have to hear now he's going to live in New York and come down to Philadelphia. Why can't he live in Philadelphia? There are plenty of beautiful places to live and all that, and he's going to live in New York? I don't like that.
Yeah, I can understand how people here would feel some kind of way. But you know what? He's not the first person to do that. In fact, the last player I remember was J.J. Redick. I mean, J.J. lived in Brooklyn and came here for game day and practice, and everybody knew it. Nobody said a word. I just think that obviously when you're LeBron James and, it's a bad look for the city when the king can't rest his head and his crown in the city of brotherly love. So to me, I just think that at the end of the day, you know what, you can live where you want to live. That's just me personally. I
don't like it.
If I had all the business entanglements that he has, I might do the same. I might. I got no problem with it as long as he plays well when it's time to play and his focus is where it needs to be.
Now, let me ask you about, and I'm making you jump into Jaylen Brown's head, but how is he, right? You win kind of the offseason. Everybody says, wow, Paul George.
They don't seem that happy.
Yeah, and now all of a sudden you're the, you thought you were the centerpiece, and now it's LeBron. Are you excited about it? You kind of like, wait, I thought I was going to be the man. What are you thinking?
I don't know. I think if you're Jaylen Brown, you're probably a wait-and-see situation. You want to wait and see how this plays out. Because I think at the end of the day, we're not having this conversation if Jaylen isn't here.
I agree.
If you're Jaylen Brown, you got to realize that the only reason LeBron is here is because I'm here. I'm that dude. I am the finals MVP, right? And so at the end of the day, when they play ball, I'm telling you, it's running through Jaylen Brown. Like that's how I look at it. I mean, I think that obviously LeBron will be the point guard. I think that's the perfect mix for this team.
But if you don't think that LeBron is the top bill name on the marquee over Jaylen Brown, come on. This is going to be about LeBron.
Of course but listen, no matter where he goes, outside of maybe Golden State, LeBron is always going to be the top bill. And you got to know that. But you also, if you're Jaylen Brown, dude, you got a 3-year deal here. You got 3 years at 100 whatever million. You know you were the long-term solution here. LeBron is here for a year, maybe 2. You know what I mean? Like, so it just depends on where's your ego. I mean, I think that you have to check that at the door. I don't know if that happened in Boston. I'm not sure exactly how things went down there. I still think that that's a bit of a funky situation, and that story is yet to truly be told. But if you're Jaylen Brown, you wait to see how this turns out.
When does Bronny show up? Is he ordering cheesesteaks? Is he making them, funny. Or is he playing?
If I'm LeBron, I'm like, listen, son, I got you into the league. I did all I could. You know, now you got to run on your own. You know, so I don't anticipate Bronny ending up in the 2-1-5. That might be a tad too obvious.
Where do you put him? Don, by the way, Don Bell on with us, CBS Philadelphia sports director and anchor. Where do you?
Well, look, the Marlins
came back
and beat. Did you?
Yeah, Don don't want to hear. You know, in Philly,
Don, the Marlins had lost 12 straight, down by 2, 9. You know this? Oh my God! And they came back and beat the Phillies.
Score what? 3 in the 9th? Yeah.
Did they really? I'm sitting here talking to you.
Sorry about that. They just scored 3 runs in the 9th to break their 12-game losing streak against the Phillies.
Oh, my goodness. I tell you what, the Phillies, since the All-Star break, man, they've gone back to the April version of them.
Wow.
So that's a whole other story. But listen, the Phillies are very fortunate that LeBron has taken up, you know, all the airwaves and all the time over the last, 2 weeks or so while we were waiting for this decision. And I got to be honest. I mean, it's people here are ecstatic. The prices are obviously through the roof, and he is all that anybody can talk about. I've worked in Philly for a long time. This is the first week I've ever gone into training camp week not talking about the Eagles.
Right.
You know, I mean, you know this city. You know how it is. It's how the Lakers are there. Like there is just another level of engagement when it comes to the Eagles, right? They are the pulse of the city in every way, shape, or form. But it is all LeBron all the time. So I'm definitely fascinated to see how this turns out. And to be honest with you, you know, the way I look at this LBJ situation is I think he's one of the most courageous people in sports.
Why so?
And because people, like, you know, I was listening to Charles. We had Charles Barkley on, I can't remember what day that was, Friday. Chuck, love Chuck. We talked to him a bunch. But there's people out there who believe that LeBron went for the easiest situation.
The easiest was the Knicks first, who turned him down, and then he came to Philly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Well, see, there is nothing easy about playing in Philly. You know, Mike Schmidt got booed here. Chuck got booed here. Iverson got booed here. Everybody gets booed here. I don't know if LeBron's ever been booed in his life.
Well, these Lakers fans towards the end.
The pressure to win here from this fan base is otherworldly. They don't allow you to have off days. I mean, you look at guys like Bryce Harper. The easy thing for Bryce Harper to do would be take the money and stay in D.C., right? But coming here, it's a different level of intensity, and it does not die. You know, I saw the Eagles here get booed on banner night after they won their first Super Bowl. They came back here, they raised the banner, they played the Atlanta Falcons, they got off to a slow first half. I believe it was 6-3 or something like that. They trailed in the first half. They got booed off the field. and I don't mean like sweet nothing like that. No. Kids putting together 4-letter words in fashions that you have never heard in your life, booed. That's what he's walking into. And so, you know, when you're 41 years old, you know, I think, you know, a lot of guys would be like, listen, man, let me go to Cleveland. They love me. Everything's good. Miami, they love me too. You're going to get serenaded. Brother, I'm telling you, they will boo him.
All right.
You know, boo his ass 4 games into this season.
All right, well, Don, here's a big question. We just want just a yes or no answer, nothing else. You need to give me, will the 76ers win the NBA championship with LeBron James this season? Yes or no?
No, I don't think so.
I'm with you. Great. Thank you, Don.
Think so.
There you go.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey.
Appreciate you.
There's some chemistry they got to work on there, you know?
No. Year one could be a problem. There's no doubt about it.
Well, he wins in year 2, LeBron. So year 2, y'all win it. Hey, Don, appreciate it, man.
My man.
We won't see you in Atlanta.
I love you guys. Appreciate
You too, buddy.
We'll
Thank
send you pictures, man. As you Mr. Photographer out there in them streets. Appreciate it, bro.
It's a Magic City Wednesday in Atlanta. I know. Okay.
Shout out to Don. By the way, Don Bell on CBS 3. Don Bell on CBS 3. You want to give him a follow. And you can see some of his great work, too.
Smooth on television.
Smooth on television. Great photographer as well, man. He's a talented brother. Last call, 877-99 on Fox. 877-99 on Fox. Last chance to get on with the Odd Couples, Fox Sports Radio.
It's last call time on The Odd Couple. If you had a take and couldn't get in all show, here's your chance. Your call's important to us. Call us at 877-99 on Fox. Hurry up. Rob and Kelvin got to get out of here.
Another prominent name that was laid off today was announced. Cam Newton, who has been a brief run at ESPN, quite honestly. They had just signed him to a new multi-year deal last August to appear on First Take. And they already decided to cut the cord. Now, Stephen A. spoke about the Ryan Clark situation in his own podcast, saying that he was upset about it. The Boston knows he's upset about it. And that if he had as much power as people think he did, that Ryan Clark would still be there. I, full disclosure, did not watch the podcast, but there was no headline mentioning that Stephen A. was upset about the Cam Newton firing. Maybe it's because you recall back in March, Cam Newton had Stephen A.'s longtime nemesis, Jason Whitlock, on his podcast, and Jason Whitlock went scorched earth on Stephen A.
No doubt.
And Stephen A. responded back on his own podcast a couple of days after that. And he said one thing in particular that raised some eyebrows. Said, quote, Cam, next time, my brother, because you know I love you, you're going to interview somebody and bring me up. Don't just sit there and let them talk ish. Ask some damn questions.
And you know what, Kelvin?
Yeah.
And Rob G, thank you that's the perfect way to set it up. But I'll say this. Steve was right on this. And I didn't talk to him about the whole Cam Newton and all that. Mm-hmm. I know personally, Kelvin, I told Rob G this in pre-show meeting. On Rob G's podcast. What's the name of it, Rob G?
The Restricted Area.
The Restricted Area. If Rob G brought in somebody who had a riff with me, which means he'd have guests for the next 3 months. Because so many people are dead to me. Right. But anyway.
That's the best part.
And they trashed me on his podcast, and he just kind of sat there. I would feel a certain kind of way. I don't think I'd be able to work again with somebody. I'm not saying that who you should have on. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that they can't make a case or whatever they want to do, but to sit there, and I thought it was very weird, I got to admit, knowing the history between Jason Whitlock and Stephen A., and Jason Whitlock would just attack him every freaking day, just every day. Every video was about Stephen A. It was really, really bad. He said some crazy stuff that Cam just sat there. And I thought, that's strange. Don't you remember the one where he even, and Kelvin, this is the one that really got me. When he said that Stephen A. was gay because he was playing solitaire at the NBA. Remember they caught him
on the screen, yeah.
And there was no response to that. It was just like he just threw that out there. That was the one that really got to me. I was just like, what? What does playing solitaire have to do with any? Like I was shocked that went unchecked. Okay, so here's the point. And then I want to hear from you, and then we'll ask people. I don't think. I don't. Like Steve doesn't. I agree with Steve, and I believe him. He can't say who's hired or fired, okay? Because there would be a lot of people he'd want to still be around. Jalen Rose, and you know what I mean, and all those guys for sure. But I would have had a hard time working with Cam, me personally, after that performance with Jason Whitlock. That's just me.
I'm going to add a couple things to this. Me and you have talked about it, and we've actually, Dagner, if you want to say, put it in like a class of journalism and interviewing. And one of the reasons I say that is because that's one thing I think sometimes that happens when you get podcasts. I heard Shannon Sharp do that. He did the Cat Williams interview with some other people, said, you didn't push back. You didn't say this, or why didn't you bring that up when such – and he says, yo, I'm not a journalist. I'm a dude who has a podcast. I'm doing interviews. And I think this is where it's kind of getting mixed up is that Cam is just, I'm just bringing people on. But there is an art to this. You know this. There is an art to what we do. There is a skill set to it. There is honing in on your craft and your skills so that you can be able to do that. I say that to say Cam might have been thinking he was doing what was right by I'm going to give him a platform. I'm not going to cut him off. I'm not going to be rude, and thinking that was the right thing to do. And the right thing to do was to say, now, hold on. You say this, but, let me ask you this. Or, well, can you understand this? Because a lot of the stuff Jason Whitlock saying was personal. Remember he was talking about Stephen A's past and his college career and his childhood stories. How you going to tell somebody else about his childhood stories? Now, if you don't like his takes on LeBron or Aaron Rodgers or something.
If you don't, spot on.
If you don't like his takes on, if you don't like his approach, I don't like the way he conducts the show and how he's maybe the maestro of the show. That's fine, but I can't let you go at a guy that I've built a relationship with, his personal stuff. He ain't even like that. He ain't his childhood. Hold on now. That's because now it's gone personal. Fox Sports Radio, Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington. Big shout out to Don Bell again, man. Always great to catch up with him. Don Bell on CBS 3. You can give him a follow there if you choose. So if you miss any of today's show, be sure to catch the podcast. Just search The Odd Couple wherever you get your podcast. Please follow it. Rate it 5 stars. We deserve it, right? Give us a good review. Search The Odd Couple wherever you get your podcast. You're going to find a full version, a best of version. Rob G will get it up probably tomorrow because we've been working them like crazy today. Every 2 seconds, hey Rob, did you do the thing?
He's doing everything today.
He's doing it. Let me go ahead. Rob G, you know what, man? Let me Venmo you, man, for helping me out, bro, right now, man. Appreciate you, bro. So hit us up again.
Yeah, Venmo for $130.
No, I can't do that. Let me do that. We can't wait. By the way,
I'm so hungry.
But all jokes aside, don't have me not eating thinking I'm going to have food here. Because you know I'm going to be mad. You know how I am. I don't really eat much here anyway, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to purposely not eat. Come here hungry. I know Alex. Alex might. He might do a U when the Lions lose and just camp out here.
It'll just have. I said tomorrow because you won't be here, so I got to do it tomorrow.
I'm just making sure, man.
Unless something happens.
Oh, shoot.
Rob?
What? Unless something happens.
That couch's not going to be the only thing boneless if you snitch out right
now. Tell him, Alex.
Right, I'll have a bowl hanging out of my arm. Yeah.
All right, let's get to it. It's time now for Last Call.
This is the Last Call.
It's last call time on the Odd
Last call. Who we got? Boy, went to New York and Detroit, got a whole new lung. Got a whole new lung out here in these streets.
All right. All right, Kevin in Culver City.
God is good.
Hold on, Kevin. You all right, man? You ain't sell me on that guy was good. You doing all right? God is good all the time.
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
All right. Good. He must be at work. He's like, God is good. I'm in the closet right now at work.
Here's the thing. Look, I got a couple of points. Rob Parker is absolutely right about the Barry Bonds thing. Look, Ivan Pudge Rodriguez had the nickname of Pudge when he was on that Texas Rangers team with Juan Gonzalez and Rafael Palmeiro.
Yes. And with the Tigers for a minute.
He was definitely out of pocket, and he got in the Hall of Fame. If you got him in there, you got Poppy in there, you got to have Manny Ramirez in there, you got to have Barry Bonds in there.
I don't care if players have beef with other players. Look, I look at baseball like this. Babe Ruth, Barry Bonds, Griffey, Ohtani. Over and out. It's all eras. And that era in the 90s was carried by Barry Bonds and Ken Griffey Jr. to me, growing up as a kid who loved baseball.
Yeah.
I'm just speaking facts. Charles Barkley, another 90s guy who I grew up watching. Look, Barkley went in battles against Michael Jordan. So he deserved to go to the Rockets at the end of his career. Now, the Rockets gave him a lot. They traded Robert Horry in that trade, coming back from winning 2 championships. The thing about Barkley was he didn't go to Chicago in '92 and go play with Jordan and Pippen.
Right.
That would have been stacking the team. He went against Jordan in that era. Karl Malone and Stockton went against Jordan in that era. When Karl Malone got to the Lakers with Kobe and Shaq, they were at the end of their careers. So I think that's the difference between what Barkley's saying with LeBron is you went to play with your peers every time you could.
100%.
I don't know who these peers. That one in Miami with some peers.
The Jason Smith Show with Mike Harmon is coming up next.
I never miss your radio show. I never hear it, so I never miss it.
Did you hear that?